Welcome, guys. Welcome. Here we are. This is going to be the last of the live streams of this particular run through before we get into Warlords, which will be coming in a few weeks' time. Can't wait for that one. It's the DLC, the coming DLC, of course, for Galactic Civilizations. I don't know if it's called Supernova anymore. Actually, I've got to find out. I've got to figure out what the actual official name is. I mean, it's still got Supernova on the screen there, but I think everything is now caught up. I don't think there is an original Galaxy of 4 available anymore. Anyway, welcome, guys. We're going to be live streaming. Where we left it last time, we'll do a summary actually as we get into it, but where we did leave it, we just ended up at the start of a war, which is going to be a very difficult war for us. So let me go through what we're actually done. So we're playing with the Insiders build, which gives us access to version 2.4. This is called the Populi update from StarDoc. So it's, StarDoc being the developer of the game, and so this is the so basically what we've got through here is the 2.4 version, the Populi version, which is all about citizens and all about sort of like, well, not all about, but there's a lot of changes to, well, that's the main change, is actually the way that citizens are constructed. So if we go into, for example, new game, and our game, what we did, we're playing as this particular character through here. This is the Stellar Traders Collective. This is an AI generated civilization that we're playing in the game itself. They're carbon-based, they're totalitarian. Now, it did want me to play as nihilism. Like, it actually pushed nihilism forward when it actually created the empire. And in hindsight, that would have been the better option, because we've ultimately ended up going down that way anyway. We're a crime lord. And one of the other big changes that's come with 2.4 is a lot of the tooltips have been really fleshed out thoroughly, which gives you a lot of information that you didn't have before about, so for example, the sorts of planetary improvements that you get playing as these particular abilities, the abilities that you actually end up having, the different text you might block or unlock, and so there's a whole lot of different sorts of things in through there. You've got like a whole range of different sorts of things that each of the different abilities. There's about 40 of the abilities, and so every faction is a combination of two of these. Like traders gives us a whole lot of extra stuff, and also crime lords. So we're a trading crime lord. So you can see that the actual combination of those 40, when you sort of mesh them all together, you end up with a like an extremely like, well, what's that? It's basically 40 times 40 different combinations of sort of personalities almost, or different methods of actually playing the game. Hi Rogue, and hi Guy. How you guys going? Hope everything's doing well. So that's actually one of the big things. Like, it now shows you what you get, and this makes it a lot easier to actually sort of understand what's going on in the game with the extra tooltips that have then come through. So anyway, we're playing as the Stellar Traders Collective. We are playing against, as we go through them, we were trying to get friendly with the Floral Dominance. Now, what I did was I just got the AI to generate randomly a whole lot of different different factions based on their biology. So this is the other we're carbon-based. This is also carbon-based. They're traditionalists. They're fertile and archaeologists. So they've got their own little bonuses. They've got different sorts of technologies that they end up getting. One of the interesting things with this update is you now actually have specific descriptions, and also a whole lot of other new citizens that have come in. They're not randomly generated citizens themselves in here. What they are is more just the actual flavour of the citizens has been changed. And so this is the Floral Dominance Coalition, a species of grey-skinned beings adorned with vibrant flowers. And so this essentially is, so even though that reflects what these things are, it's actually like these have actually been personalised, the way it sort of does work. In fact, if we go back to ours again, we'll sort of see that the Stellar Traders Collective are a cunning and resourceful group of carbon-based beings known for their shrewd business acumen and cutthroat tactics. And so we're using a group called the Humanoids, which is a new group also that's now come into the Citizen Collection. So Gobelli is saying it's 40 times 39. Yeah, I know. Well, 40 times. If you add a +1 to it, when you do a 1 times 1, it doesn't make any change. So no, I'm only joking. Yeah. But yeah, you are right. It is 40 times 39. Actually, is that even? Yeah, because you can't have crime lord. Yeah, so you can't have double crime lords. You are dead right. So yes, it is. You are correct. Whatever that number happens to be. And I used to have a calculator here on my desk, but it is not there anymore. Not sure where. Oh, it's on the floor. That's okay. I'll just leave it down there. It's safe on the floor. It can't fall off anywhere from down there. Anyway, that's the so we're the crime lord. Basically, we've got this group, which I thought, like, these are our neighbours, and I was going to try to get friendly with them, but as you'll see when we get into the game, things aren't going to plan. As we come back through, we've got this one here. This is the Bubbleverse Collective. It's a joyous band of aquatic explorers seeking to spread happiness and unity across the stars. And this is an aquatic. So we've got an aquatic one. Again, these are starfaring voyagers. These are in a different sector of space. So we hardly really come across them. So they're collectivists as well. So the cultural focus has changed, or they sort of choose from. There's probably about 10 or 12 of these, I think. As I say, there's heaps of these abilities, and again, they have quite unique ways now of actually playing the game. The way it does sort of come up. Anyway, the Bubbleverse Collective, that's them through there, and again, they've got their own citizen group. Although they are using the Watchers grouping through here. So with the citizens, as I say, it would be great at some point if the citizens themselves were all completely randomly generated, but I don't think it's going to happen in any time soon. Although I've got to say that the changes that have come into the game have really come thick and fast. This is the main enemy of ours now. This was friendly. These are actually right next to us. So we've got a whole group of these Venomous Dominion groups. So Venomous Dominion, self-proclaimed the swamp poison. These are ammonia-based, and their citizens are essentially vampiric. So these are like a vampiric faction. These are totalitarian. They're unrelenting. And they're genocidal as well. So they're the ones that have now declared war, and they're miles ahead in terms of their power. And unfortunately, we've also become strong in culture, but not strong in military. And so we're in a bit of a bind here. It's going to take us a little while to actually sort this out. We also have in the game, I don't know if we've got these guys. No, that's carbon-based as well. That's not them. This one here is also in the game. So we've got the Tin Stellar Union, again, AI-generated, traditionalists, synthetic life. These use the new cyborg citizen, but again with their own description, and they're empathic and cybernetic. So an interesting sort of interesting collective there of a synthetic sort of faction. I love I love what just this alone does. In terms when you sort of combine all of these different things together, what you end up with. And then the next one that we've got, the last one that we've got in the game, is this one through here. This is the Cosmic Rebels. Now, if they're rebellious spirit and love of rock and roll. So this is just random stuff that we placed in there. Cosmic Rebels are a silicon-based species known for their fierce warrior nature. And so these are warriors and also Promethean born. So this is where they came. These are silicon-based. So that's actually the different groups that we actually have. So I'll just go back in to continue, and then we can just talk about the actual game itself. So Guy Bell will be saying there are some new modded races. I checked out a Borg one the other day. Are they fleshed out? Like, are they actually fully fleshed out? Because I always get suspicious of what of people just uploading, because you can generate these things in a matter of seconds, and so they can be generated and then uploaded. I always worry that we end up with crap basically in the workshop. So I hope that there's a way that they can try to fix that. Anyway, here we are. So we've got our. This is actually the two. This is the subway gate or subspace gate, not subway. The subspace gate between the two different portals, and you can see there the relative space between the different sectors. One thing I would love in the game, and should jot down all my little notes. Change color. Change faction. Color in game. Because what I'd like to do is actually have a situation where you can come back in, and when you do actually have two colours, or even 3 colours in this case, that are so similar that you can come in and just re-edit very quickly and just say, okay, well, you're this colour, you're that colour. Like you can sort of see, this isn't too bad. When we're getting close, though, that is a little bit of an issue. Anyway, this is us over through here. This is our sector. This is the group that we're at war with. So they're in through these different sectors. We will actually now try to take over this location as a bit of not a priority. Our priority is to damage their ships as much as we possibly can initially. We're going to have to go into a war footing. Literally, war has only just been declared, and we're trying to get starship refits, which will then allow us to move into getting cruisers. And so we don't actually have, yes, you can see it down there, leads to battle cruisers. So we're heading that way. We may look at that. There may be some other things that we need to do with this. The citizens, beware the Venomous Dominion, they really hate us. So they've gone from being fairly friendly to absolutely hating us very, very quickly. And if we go and have a look at the diplomacy, I guess would be the way to do this. So we're now at war with these guys. And what's interesting through here, again, I love the tooltips that Stardock puts into the game. Look, they've had these for a while, where they don't hide anything from you. So many games, they hide things because they think it's more, I don't know what it would be. I mean, it's not realistic because you would know why a group doesn't like you. Anyway, this is disintegrated extremely quickly, and you can see with all the other factions as well. We've got the downs are coming, like, these are also these are trending in a very, very negative direction. So so we've got these different sorts of bits and pieces. So we're going to have to figure out our way through this so that we don't end up with multiple wars. So diplomatically, this is going to be a difficult session for us. But these guys here, you can see we have the same values, so that's a +1. We have open borders treaty, where we did, that's going to now be gone. We're trading with each other, so that's another +2. That will also be disappearing. Our skill in diplomacy, we have a +1 through there. We do actually have some bonuses in diplomacy, and persuasion and also intimidation is what we're good at. Cultural differences, we've got -3 essentially, so there are some, like these are always going to be negative against every other culture essentially. Growing cultural influence, now we're pushing hard on the borders with our culture, so we've been trying to do things without actually taking them over. Now, a couple of their planets have just flipped, and they've got a couple more that are now in a little bit of danger of flipping. And so the growing cultural influence is an issue for them, essentially. We're ripe for conquest because we're weak. Militarily, we're just not strong. They covet our worlds, that's another one, and your bugs are damaging our world. This was an event that had come up, and so we didn't react positively where they asked us to clean up some sort of mess, I think. Okay, Shizzle, how you going? So that's what's happening with them. If we go across, this is the other one that I'm wanting to be friendly with. You can see that we're as far along here as we sort of more than anybody else. So we're still in the green through here. They're cordial. We're trading with each other. That's good. Diplomatics make a good case for you. And so we've got cultural differences are negative. The growing cultural influence, again, we have culture elements on the border. So we're going, at the moment, it says we're going backwards. It says recent assignments will affect next turn. So something's going to happen next turn, but you can see there it's going very, very negative very quickly. And we did accept their technological exchange. We've been trying to get friendly with this particular group. So this is sort of like the Floral Dominance Coalition. The others don't matter too much because these are on the other side of the subspace gate. So you're no threat is good from these guys, is what they like. Cultural differences are also negative. You're trading with our enemies. So they may also be at war. We might have a look at the graph in just a minute. These ones here also fairly negative and tending towards war. Again, cultural differences being the big one. And we captured one of their researchers. Again, an event. What I was trying to do was actually go and get a war somewhere with these guys in the Bubbleverse area. These guys here are, again, cultural differences are the biggest problem at this point in time. That's come up pretty quickly, actually. Hi, Sithil, how are you going? If we look at the diplomacy graph. So when we have a look at ourselves, so when we click on this one through here, we can sort of see that we've got now a very negative relation with the Venomous Dominion. These guys here are at war with each other. So that's the Tin Stellar Union and the Cosmic Rebels, that's the Cosmic Rebels there, I'm pretty sure. The others also at war with them. Tin Stellar Union actually is at war with... Yeah, this one is not at war with anyone. This one they don't even know of each other's existence yet. So the Floral Dominance Coalition hasn't gone through the portal yet. Everyone seems a bit upset. They do indeed. They do indeed. So they're trading now. It's only a trade group that they actually have going. We still have trade going out this other way. We don't have any trade going to the Bubbleverse Collective. But we do have trade going to the Tin Stellar Union. Now we can get rid of that trade if we had to. That then is going to mean that these guys we are trading with them, but we need to now trade with the Bubbleverse Collective. All right, so that's one thing we need to do is to probably, I think I'm only trading with one area. If I just go and click on done, and then just go to trade. Actually, that's with the actual groups. Let's click on done and goodbye. Let's go across now to our civilization. And we still haven't unlocked any of these yet, so we need to unlock more of these. We're no longer trading really with the enemies, so I was going to use. We've got a special one that we can use. Where was it? Is it that one there? Yeah, spreading crime through trade routes, which we're not going to be able to do at this stage. But if we go to the trade in through here, so this is what we currently have. Now, the Florathia Prime and Menkit 3 are both from the Floral Dominance Coalition. We also have an independent group called the Weavers, and so we're trading with them as well. Tin Stellar Union is the one that we actually have in through here. And so... we've got two of them. These are our best trade routes. Yeah, we've still got now got 4 because we've now lost all of the trade routes with the other group. Well, I'm not sure how we do this actually. Yeah, the Tin Stellar Union has also got. We're getting some revenue coming back in the other way as well. I'm not sure how we get rid of them. I don't think we can. Yeah, I'm not sure how we do that actually to get rid of the trade routes. Funny, I thought we'd just be able to click on them and delete them. I'm not sure how we do that actually. That's interesting. I'll just I might jot that one down as well. Question mark. Okay, so Dubio is saying it's so early in Australia right now. Yes, it is. It's just gone 2 a.m. I've just woken up, so I'm going to be a little bit groggy. Anyway, so that's the situation with the trade routes. We will be wanting to establish more trade routes with the Bubbleverse as well. I might just put my air conditioner on as well. It's actually a bit warm in here. Right, so what have we got with free trade? Yeah, trade route value goes up. So trade routes are quite important with us. There may be other things we now need to flick across. We've got research grants as well. Let's have a look at this one while we're here, because we do need to protect ourselves. Because I'll come back to this one if I remember. So this is really where the action is going to take place. You can see through here, this is really where we've pushed the culture as much as we possibly can. Like we've got a cultural starbase back over. Oh, gee, that's one of theirs. It's a military starbase that they've got on that side. And they've also got a military starbase in through there. But this was all part of their old territory. We then placed a culture starbase in through here to push back the borders, and it's been working. And so this planet has now flipped, and this one is now starting to. It's not under threat yet, but it's going to get under threat fairly soon. The way things are sort of then working. They've got their own culture starbases back in through here, so things are building up. Back in through these different areas. So they've got military star bases across through there. That's this is one of ours, just a mining star base. Important one. Their ships are going to come out of, they've got a couple of core worlds in through here. And so we're not seeing them building anything at this stage. Like this is a core world, but no, actually, that's just that's a shipyard through there. Their shipyards look pretty cool, actually. And that's also a core world. That's a star base. So they're not actually building anything at this stage from there, but this one here is building Cosmic Phantasm Mark 28, which I don't know what that actually is. There's one defending ship, so we may have to start to go after some of these things. This is going to be hard. Yeah, that's actually way too hard for us. So we may have to weather this battle, and just protect what we can. It's a tricky one for us because they're so much more powerful than we are. If we go and have a look at the data banks and look at the timeline, this gives you an overall look of the relative strengths of the factions. If we just go back to the last say 50 months, this will just give us a bit of a track, or maybe 100 months. Actually, I'll go 50 months. So every turn is a month, essentially. And so if we have a look at the relative strengths, if we just turn off everyone else, so we've got the Aqua Voyagers, Stellar Renegades, that's us at the top, just get rid of all the others. So we're just looking at the two of us. Now our faction power, we're not that bad behind them. So faction power-wise, we're doing okay. Against them. So they're the sort of like the greeny colour, we're the sort of more the reddish or rust colour in through there. Economic power, we've just come across the top of them, so we're now just a little bit ahead. That should drop in the next turn when we lose the income from the trade routes. Military power, this is our problem. We are so far behind them. And you can see there was a stage where we were about the same, but we have basically not built our military at all because we've just been working on it on being a trading network, trading empire. Population-wise, we're ahead of them with population. We've taken over a couple of planets recently, like the Snathi planets and the Liberator planets, which have given us a big boost. But it's also now made it so that we end up at with a. I think this is part of the problem, is we've now picked up these two planets, which has made us a much bigger threat for everyone else, but we still have to now protect them. We don't really have much protection. So we've got the influence that we actually have, again, with those new planets, we've got more influence. Manufacturing, we're very even. Research, we're now very even with research, but we were a long way behind for a long period. So we can expect them to have better tech than what we've got. Approvals, like our citizenry don't really like us as much as, well, that's the difficulty level really with that one through there. Treasury-wise, we've got a bit more money than they've got. They've got no money. And then prestige, we're a little bit ahead of them in the prestige. Stakes. So anyway, that's sort of what's happening in terms of what's going on. But this is the big problem we have, is this military power. And how we then combat this is going to be very hard. So what we might even have a look at is re-looking at the text that we're going for and try to figure things out that way. Let's just go click on done. So yeah, we've got the yes, this is our home world here. Now I do actually have a fair number of ships. If we have a look at the ships that are actually in through here, we've got some fleets. Like we've got Scurvy and Prime's fleet. I'm going to have to go off and I'm going to have to find where their fleets actually are. Like this fleet here, for example. Oh, that's the That's okay. That's a different group. This is where again I wish I could change the colours to be able to see exactly what's going on. Now we've got our own star base in through there. So initially our biggest problem is going to be what we do with the ships, etc. Essentially with how we're going to peg back the fights. That's one of their probes. So they've got all these different star bases which are out and about, and it's an opportunity if I can get on top of their ships. And I'm not sure if it's their ships or these star bases. So we can no longer see what ships they've got, I don't think. Like if we go back to diplomacy, one of the things you used to be able to do was to go back in and trade, but they won't actually. We can't even speak to them. So because it's all just gone terribly bad right now, and so this is the problem we actually have is that we don't know just exactly how strong they are. It's been a long time since I've looked at the number of ships that they've got. We may be able to tell here. They've got only one ship there, one frigate. We should be able to now pick and see what they've got. So this is a Cosmic Malignance is the ship name. So they're using beam, missile, and kinetics all fairly much consistently. They've got planet station bonus of 2. Yes, they're getting extra attacks from being on the planet. The AI difficulty, because we're playing with in a difficult, with our difficulty fairly high. In fact, I may just be like normal. It may be beyond me. Just looking at how strong these things actually are. So they've got shielding is low, evasion is low, and armor is low. So we don't have to worry too much once we get going. But these are only frigates. So if we can see a frigate through there, what about back over here? Oh wow. So there's a lot of ships in there. No ships at that location. There should be ships in here. Only one. A bomber. So that's only got like a missile attack pretty much is all it's actually got. These are going to be hard to dislodge. Yeah, we don't have any real presence there. Back over here, what have they got in here? Only got one as well. Just a bomber. Well, we could certainly take this planet. This is a strong manufacturing planet, and it's going to a shipyard here. But if we move down and grab that, then what that's going to do is it's going to open us up. And we can't really see any other fleets they've got in space. Let's have a look at the ships that they've got in here. And again, when I click on this one, there will be another, we're just not seeing it, but there will be something else back over here as well. So with what they've got frigates, that's a Cosmic Phantasm again. They've got a bomber, frigate. Actually, these are all 6 rating and 4 ratings. 4 bombers all the way through here, frigates, bombers. So many frigates and bombers. All right, well, that's maybe not as bad as I thought. I was considering that we were going to have a terrible time against their fleets, but it's mainly I think these military star bases is how they're pumping up their military aspects. So. So Kajel is saying, has a new expansion come out? No, that comes out next month, or in April. So it's only weeks away. It's weeks away. I'm under like an NDA with certain things, and so I actually now know when it's coming out. I know publicly it does say April. I don't think it's got an actual date. Maybe it does have a date on Steam, but I don't know if it does. I guess we can find out. See if I can get across and just have a bit of a look and see. If I go there, no, not community, library. Yeah, make sure you run the insiders build when you're running this. If we just go to the store page.
It is the dawn of the 24th.
Oops, we'll turn that off. Okay, so we've got the Warlords is... Yeah, it's only saying April. Okay, so it is... it doesn't have the actual date for it, but it's not far away. So anyway, this month. So I'm really looking forward to this, actually. Really looking forward to it. So anyway, that's what we're up against. Now, the benefits that we actually have is that we picked up some pirate cruisers. We actually managed to sort of recruit them, and so we've got less ships, but we actually ultimately have some very, very powerful ships. So if we have a look at the actual ships that we have, in fact, what I might just do is I might just go back to the normal advisors. We've got a couple of different things happening where we've got some ships sort of like these are just asteroid miners. We've got nothing to they've got nothing to do. I might just ditch them. I can't see them being any great benefit to me with anything that we're doing. We've got planets back over through here. These are like, see this one here, this is a small colony that we're trying to culture flip at this stage. So this is why they've gone to war. Back in through here, this is just another small colony. That one will start to also culture flip. They're going to not like this as well. So culturally, we're quite strong. We have a couple of very, very good planets in here. 2 core worlds. We've got a core world in through here, which is Lava World, which is probably one of our major like manufacturing worlds now. Like we can do a lot of manufacturing on the planet itself, like 15.1 manufacturing, which is pretty cool. And then Serene Homeworld is actually even higher. And you can see there we've actually got a fair number of like seed ships. So we can just go and use these seed ships to go and set things up. There's another cruiser there. Not very powerful. You can see it's only got 9 combat strength. But this sort of is like we've got different constructors in here, which we haven't really made use of. Well, I think we'll make use of these. And we need to make sure that we've got military starbase. Now that's we've got a military starbase there, and we've got an economic starbase there. That's a culture starbase in there, just to try to get things to flip over. Now we need to be 5 away from anything, so there's starbases everywhere through here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. 3, 4, 5. I've got to be there. Look, I'll still take it. So let's go and bring this one across, and that way we can at least use military in here just to protect things. I'm sort of anticipating we're going to be invaded at some point, but they may not have the ability to do it. I haven't seen any siege ships from their side. We don't see any of their actual fleets. Actually, what's their... yeah, look at this, 45. So that's their production, their manufacturing on that particular world. Back in through these worlds, we've got 17, which is up there. That's fairly good. This one's only 8.5. So this one here won't... Like, it's going to take 5 turns to grab another one of these sort of ships. Yeah, it's got an asteroid miner in there as well, which is non-combatant. Right, so with that in mind, yeah, so the Port of Savat is just going to sit there. I'm just parking them there. If we lose the asteroids, there's hardly any asteroids in the game. Like, you know, it's sort of, it's just been when it was randomly generated, we didn't get very many of them. We can certainly grab these and this. You know, I sort of wouldn't mind. This one here has actually also got good production. Scurvy and Prime is 38, so it's less than what they can do. We've got our ships in through here. Now this is actually an economic starbase there. We've got a military starbase there, which sort of just will help protect these different areas. So, siege ships. Now, I'm going to, like, the stuff on the border here, this is going to be flipping around all over the place. So I think what we'll do is we'll have this as our target for besieging. And again, we can see that this is now picking up. It is building something else over there. I think the earlier we can get to that one, the better. Now, what's that one there? That's a deep space starbase. They've got a mining starbase in through there. That was before the borders flipped. We're not going to have the protection. We're not going to have the benefit of a military starbase in through that side. So I think what we'll do is we'll just try to protect what we can. So this was the last big attack that we did with these siege ships. Now these are just frigate size, and so actually we can just plan what we need for taking this one on. And so this one here has got a defense. Wow, that's high, 321. So we need an attack of 32 or 33 essentially in total. So when we have a look at our ships, these have got a. If we just go back up across and have a look at 12. So to get to to get to 32, we don't need very many of these ships. So if we take all 5 of these ships out and move them down. So this is the first one now logistically. That's right, that's the moves. Logistics, we still have a fair bit of logistics now that we can start to sort of put different ships together. And so in this case, we've got only 10 of 26. We now also have we've got a constructor, we've got the corvette, which is a cruiser, and we have a fighter. I'm going to leave the fighter on the world. I'm just going to take the cruiser down. Now this one's only got an attack of 9. This will be our main attack. So beam attack of 20, kinetic attack of 3.1. Shield strength of 9 is pretty good. Armor rating of 8 is pretty good as well. And so this is one of our special ships. So I'm going to move that in with it. So that will be the protection for this particular besieging fleet. And so we're going to send it down. Which way should we send it? I might send it sort of back towards our area of space. One thing I love about the game is just how you can set it up with your, like we can see inside our borders, but we can't see, like the fog of war doesn't extend out. We then need to be able to sort of see things. It's hard to see the fog of war, but it's right on the, yeah, we can't really pick it anywhere. It's just, we can see out to here, but we can't see much further. Hi Michael, how you going? And sorry, I don't know. So you've got more Gundam. So I'm not sure what the name is there. I don't know the lettering. So who Galciv Stream says, Michael, yes, this will be probably the last of this particular series, and I will be then doing one when Warlords comes out as well. So there is a link, by the way, in the description if you do want to grab the game, so you can actually sort of use that link. To get it. It basically just takes you straight to Steam. What a great game this is now, though. It's just incredible. So we've got this. Where are we going to see the threat? Now, we don't really know. Like, we've got a presence on their world, essentially, you know, through diplomacy, but we don't really know what else is going on in their empire. For all we know, there could be a massive invasion fleet out here in where we can't see it. We just don't know. And so I'm expecting that there will be some problems up this other side. Now this is the Marilena star. See, I can try to destroy these. The trouble is there's going to be these military star bases. These are going to be very, very hard to destroy. I mean, we could even just do a quick, like a bit of a save scum and just sort of see what would happen with everything that's going on. So it's got mining star bases back in through there, etc., etc. On Scurvian Prime, though, was where we have 3 big and important ships. We've got a small fighter craft, we've got a colony ship, which we really can't make use of, to be honest. That's been just sort of sitting around. We've captured this one. So, I don't know if we can destroy it. There's nothing we can do in terms of the actual ship itself, and if we move it out, it will then want to take a Yeah, there should be a way to scuttle ships. Because there's no clean way to do this. Right clicking doesn't do anything. I might just jot that one down as well, just as more feedback. Ships. Because I'm pretty sure I can scuttle them in space. Like if I grab one of these ships, for example, and just move that one out. Now I can use these as early warning systems, actually. I might even do that. Auto mine. Sentry. Yeah, that's just strange. Yeah, so I can't even scuttle them. But what we should do is actually come through and just see what we can spot. Because this will give us, I can then push back the, I can just park in here somewhere and just see what's coming. That would be helpful, and I might as well do the same with this other ship as well. Let's go and see what we've got coming back down this other side. The thing I also like is that you do have a bonus for movement when you start off inside your area of space, so that's just pushing back the vision a little bit. Now we also have 3 probes, and I will use the probes to also just check out that will expose much bigger areas of the fog of war. So oh, Mo Gundam, that's your actual name. Sorry, I thought it was a comment, so I'll just call you Gun there. The problem I have with all turn-based games is that we, as we get more cities over time, I get a headache by micromanagement. That's why I like RTS, like Distant Worlds 2, Stellaris, and Victoria 3. And saying I have Galactic Civilizations and Shadow Empire. You have a tip for more fun playing? Yeah, look, it's well, first of all, you don't have to micromanage much at all in this game. To be honest, it's the micromanagement. As much as you, not as much, like it's not as open as Distant Worlds where you can close certain things off. But let's just say, for example, one of the things that they've done with this is essentially that you can go and like there's two different classes of planets. In fact, I can just show you back at our home system. So what used to happen in GalCiv 2, 3, etc. when you colonized a world. So this is you can see it says core world. It's got Scurvian Prime. I just press shift. Scurvian Prime core world. And so this is one that I can micromanage if I want to. This is my home world, so I sort of am sort of obliged to do that. But this is so this is actually a core world. One of the big changes with GalCiv 4 to get rid of a lot of the micromanagement is that this is a colony world, and I can't micromanage this. I can't even open it up. Because all it is just essentially it's got one population, we settled it, and it's just providing a mineral boost and a supply. Sorry, not a supply attrition. That's an actual wealth boost, a wealth input as well. And so when we have a look at this one, we then end up with a dotted line that goes back to Scurvian Prime. And so when we have a look at so we've got manufacturing coming in. When we have a look at the manufacturing of this world, there will be a whole lot of other things coming in from all over the place. So we're getting it from asteroids. So these worlds now, instead of having something we have to micromanage, they're just part of the supply network. And so, like for our supplies, we're getting. It should then show us in there with the mineral input of 11.4, and you can see there when I go to the mineral input. We're getting Scurvian Prime itself is giving me +6. The asteroids are giving me 0.8. Marilina 3, one of the other worlds, is giving me 2.7. Scurvian Prime 2, which is the one we just had a look at, is giving me +1. And so these now add to the base levels, which means we don't have to micromanage these small colonies anymore. And so with the big colonies, it means that we don't have that many of them. Like in fact, you need a governor to actually have one of these. So when we go to the governors, I've got 5 worlds that I'm managing. So it's not terrible, and we're going to end up with more over time. And this gives me the summary of these different sorts of worlds. But if I don't want to micromanage these as well, I can just click on done in through here. But I can go back into, for example, I've got a few different worlds. I've got another. Actually, we didn't look at these worlds down in here. We do need to look at these with what we're doing through this other side. But these are both core worlds down through here. So these have both got governors on board. If I don't want to do anything with it, I can just come back through, and where is it? That's the governor there. Pretty sure I can automate somewhere. I don't bother doing it because it's not the micromanagement is not what it used to be. I can't think of where it actually is. Again, this is the different inputs we end up having on the actual worlds themselves. It's funny. I was sure there was a way to do it. But it's not onerous, you know, like it's not, you hardly ever go in there. The atmosphere. Oh, there we go, automate. So allow the AI to manage your world. So you can just basically, you can flick it on or off. So it's underneath the governor. So you just say, hey, you know, just do your own thing. So yeah, under the portrait, there we go. So so you can just flick them on, I think for all the worlds, I think even for our home world, if we wanted to. No, you can't do it for your home world. You cannot automate your civilization capital. So that's the only world that you can't do it with. So all the others, though, basically, you're just looking after one world, and it's not really onerous. Like I'm just coming in. Like it takes a fair few turns, between different things that we're doing. It's not a problem at all, to be honest. And it's what they've done with the way that they've actually set things up. It feels a lot cleaner than what was there. These are the other little colonies that are feeding back in again. So these are giving us all different bonuses coming back into the actual system itself on the home world. But we're going to get to a point soon where we don't have any more that we can build on the world. In which case we then just churn out either money or modules. So there's a lot you can do with that. So in that sort of sense, the automation has been improved dramatically over GalCiv 3 and GalCiv 2. And that one of the reasons for that is the scope of this game can be absolutely enormous. We're playing on a small game, but this game can have up to about 95 players in it. Like, there's the biggest I've sort of seen that you can generate. So you can generate an awful lot. I'm only playing with 5. So that's, so the micromanagement is not really a problem. It's more like a board game when you're playing it, but also even the combat. Like, I was always someone that really wanted to have tactical combat, and I've pushed hard for that over the years. I think ever since GalCiv 3 first came out. Like, it was, GalCiv 2 didn't have it either, but that was something that I've always really, really wanted in Galactic Civilizations. But the pushback from Stardock is it's got to be a game where you don't have to get bogged down in anything, and tactical battles is a system where you get bogged down, and so in this case it's an auto battle system, and with the Warlords expansion coming out next month, that's going to really, really enhance what you can still do, but not during battles, only outside of battles. And so again, the game is not a micromanagement hell. It wasn't even back in GalCiv 3, but they have certainly streamlined things enormously. Anyway, we'll leave the colony ship back in through here. Got the sniper. I'll leave that back there as well. I've got these big cruisers, and we're going to need these to combat different things. I've got two big pirate cruisers through there. Got the fighter craft, another constructor there. And then we've got another big cruiser here, the Enforcer. Nowhere near as powerful as these. Like, these have got beam attacks, mainly missile attacks. Well, maybe we can still use these. What's this one got? Kinetic. So this is mainly a sort of like a close-in. This is a bit of a crappy design, to be honest. Now we've got military down this way. I've better just check on what we do actually have. We've got an economic. Yeah, we've got a military starbase there. Well, if they come after us, we're going to have to figure things out. It's a probe, but not one of ours. All right, well, yeah, the other cruiser that was coming down. Many beam attack. What I might do is I might put one of these big missile ships. I've really got to keep these together. We need to build very, very quickly. Get in front of it. So we'll combine those. This uses up 6 logistics. All right, so we need to have a like an actual attack fleet built. Now, because I've got so many bombers, we're going to need to essentially get a whole lot of frigates. So I think we'll change. With the treasure hunt being built in through here. It's time for us to design our ships now and just see what we've actually got. So let's just go back into here and the Port of Savat. We just go back into the ship designer, which again is such a cool aspect of the game. Now, one of the things with the combat, the way that combat sort of then goes and works is that we've got different classes. So we've got fighters. We're not going to see the cruisers, but essentially we've got, you'll notice that things change down here with the different targeting. So fighters will target other fighters and bombers, and then go after the big ships, and then finally go after the frigates. So the frigates is the last thing that they'll go after. But when you've got if the enemy only brings in bombers and frigates, they'll go after the bombers first. So fighters will be great for trying to take them out. So these are small maneuverable ships that target other fighters first, and then go into the big capital ships which are vulnerable to being swarmed. And so they've got plus 50% evasion, so they're harder to hit. Equipment space of only 5. So these we can just pump these out very, very quickly and start to build up supplements for the bigger ships we end up having. The bombers, they bypass the frigates, the fighters and bombers, because these are a little bit slower. These also have high evasion, but their job is to go after the bigger ships first. So if we come up with against a whole lot of bombers, we're going to have to protect those big cruisers using other craft. But bombers for us are not important. So because we're playing defensively, not offensively, we also have those big cruisers anyway. The frigates, these go after bombers, then fighters, then battleships, then frigates. So again, frigates is always the last in the list, essentially. I have noticed that there's been some discrepancies with that. In the Warlords update, it's mainly going to be this sort of area that will then be tweaked, I think. That's my guess. I don't really know, but I'm guessing that will be the areas where we end up with different instructions we're going to be able to then set up for different fleets as to how they then sort of then work. So Mo Gundam saying, cool, no more command minor colony, change it to base resources. No, it's all gone. It's all completely gone. It's they really have looked at the particularly in the Supernova version. They looked at what was not fun in the game, and they've just tried to focus on the things that people enjoyed focusing on, like things like the fleets and combats, for example, have gotten a lot of attention. It's still the Warlords expansion is going to really make it just incredible, but yeah, it really is amazing. Michael's saying, I've tried the Songs of Silence demo. It looks very good, and I had some fun with it, but I kind of got bored with it fast. The Auto Battler and Dragon Cards of the Battlefield just didn't do it for me. I know what you mean. I'm sort of looking forward to trying the skirmish mode. I did mean to do that one. Probably do that over Easter, I think. What happens when you create a ship as an unspecified class? What will it then attack? It says unclassified up through here, and I haven't seen this before, to be honest. So I think this is actually what's going to be coming. I think this is like an area, so a ship with no specialization or restriction. So it goes up. This one goes after frigates first, actually. Frigates, cruisers, dreadnoughts, and then back to bombers. I don't know if it does, though. I haven't tried building one of those. Other ships that we don't get to see through here, we've got the Siege ship, again, which doesn't actually have any combat ratings, so these don't really count. These are just using a frigate hull essentially. But the frigates are also important for bombers and then fighters. So really what we need to do to defend what we have is to get fighters and frigates to then supplement the three big cruisers that we've got. If they've got cruisers in space, then we're going to have to bring all of our cruisers together to go after their big cruiser ships. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes. We're going to be not wanting to go too far away from protection, like as in military star bases and things like that initially while we build up. But we're a long way behind. So now what I can do is I can just go to show the ship designs. And so these are the ones we currently have. And at the moment, these are the auto-generated, so you don't have to design your own. In fact, we probably won't, but we'll just see what we've got. So the cutter is the frigate that we actually have. So this is this is our pirate frigates. These have got. If we just go and hover over this one, these are lower quality than the enemy. So mainly beam with some missile, actually, and kinetic. So it's got a bit of everything. Low shield, low armor. We're not very high along in terms of our technology with these either, to be honest. So the beam attack is good. The missile attack is not really important for us. Missile attack is not going to help against the enemy bombers. I think I prefer to just use beams, to be honest. And then we've got the Molotov, which is a bomber, and so this is a 3 rating. This just uses missiles. And then the Vigilant Comet uses kinetics. So this one closes in. Kinetics are short-range weapons. If we sort of hover over these, it's got the weapon system +1 and railgun +3. So kinetics. Gee, are we happy with that? We got the shield strength in through there. Yeah, we're only getting these based on what we've got. If we have so that's a small fighter craft. God, I love what they've done with this as well. All we've got through here is a railgun, so we can hardly put anything on. So that's the only piece of equipment. Then we've got an Avenger missile system back in through there, and the cutter does actually come in with a couple of lasers, actually a laser particle beam. Well. Avenger missiles. It does have a railgun for close defense. I'm tempted because I'm just thinking of how I'm going to use these. Like this has been done as a general purpose frigate because it's got the missiles, but the missiles are very very long range, but they're not going to be able to hit a bomber, and they're going to struggle even against a frigate. So. This one, we do actually have one of the Illyrium enhanced particle beams, which I'm happy enough with that setup, but I think I wouldn't mind getting rid of this, which has got 5 mass. That's 4 mass. That's 4 mass. Yeah, I might just tweak this one, I think. So if we just go across and use this design to start a new design, and so it's going to be a frigate. Actually, we can select unclassified. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's new. So have you tried taking over some of the precursor ships from anomalies? I haven't had it. I don't have any, and I haven't played the game since we did it, since the last time actually. You just attack it with one small ship and then see these ships in there. I can't find them anywhere. Actually, if we could do it, that would be very handy right now. We'll have a look and see if we can find one. Because I don't think that anyone's in a position to be able to take them over. I think I just don't have the vision on it at this stage. Okay, so anyway, do we try unclassified? I think I better just safely just choose frigate because that's really what it is. So here we go. Let's get rid of the Avenger missile system. So which is where. The railgun. Railguns you can't fire in space, like you can, I mean, as in across the actual distances, across the hexes. But I mean, they're useful in these little areas just to sort of push things back out again. This would be cool if it gave you. This is a beam attack of 2, beam attack of 2. Yeah, that's actually. I might just put that down as well. Lasers and particle beams do the same thing. Is there any benefit? They're basically identical. Just jot that one down as well. Same. Make it so I can read it. Okay, so it's not really going to help us much. So we've got the enhanced particle beam, which has got a 3 attack, but it's going to cost me. I've got a fair bit of Illyrium, but I think I'd prefer to use the Illyrium on the bigger ships ultimately. I don't mind having 1 Illyrium. Look, I might as well just go with another particle beam. You've just got the basic lasers there. If the game has gone with basic lasers, why not? Let's just go and do that. Now we've actually got 6 that we can place in here. It's a 5 mass. Yeah, we don't want those so much. Defenses. The deflectors are only 2. This does increase our shield strength. Well, we could do that. We could throw in a deflector, so I can sort of place that one in the old place. Yeah, I've got 2 deflectors now. Yeah, I've screwed this up, haven't I? Let's cancel that. Start again. Goes back to our cutter. And get rid of the missile system. We'll keep the railgun on there for now. That gives me 6. So the shield strength, we've got chaff is 1, point defense. This has all been tweaked a little bit. So point defense is one that does cost me a bit. The hull plating gives me a slightly better armor rating, but it's not really going to matter much. I think I'll take the deflectors on these ships. And that just gives me... Hang on, something's gone wrong there. Oh no, we've got 4, that's right. Then just get back to lasers again. I'm trying to spot where the other lasers actually are. There's the... Yeah, it's them there. Okay, so that gets me right to the 19. So that will be a little bit more powerful with what we end up sort of doing with the with this ship. It's going to then get rid of the missile attack, which means we won't have the long range attacks. Cat's saying I'm watching from hospital. That's no good. So got dengue fever from mosquito bites. Wow, that's no good at all. Wow, geez, that's surprising. Surprising to I didn't think that was around much. Must be in a part of the world where it's still quite prevalent. I'm just trying to think of if we have it here in Australia. I think we may in the tropics, but it's yeah. I don't think it's. I haven't heard much about it. Anyway, that's going to be our new ship. So it's going to be a frigate. Everything else is good through there. We'll just save this one as the beam. The beam frigate. M1. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so that will be our so that will now go up into our featured ships. So it's that will then just end up being right there. Now, in terms of the bomber, actually the bomber we don't want. It's the fighter that we want as well, because we can sort of pump these out and just supplement what's going on. So we need a combination of fighters and the frigates to then work in with the big cruisers. So let's have a look at this guy and start new design. And so these are going fighter, bomber, then dreadnought and frigate. Here's just saying, I hope you put that mosquito in hospital as well. Yeah. I'm just saying this looks like a pretty neat, sweet game. It's incredibly good. Like, it's gone from being a good game a year ago to being like one of the best games around. Like, it really is incredible what they've actually done with it. It's just amazing. So let's have a look. All we've gotten through here is just the railgun. Now, the railgun means we have to close in really fast, but we do actually have extra accuracy. I think we'll just go with this particular design. Let's just cancel that one. Just going to grab myself a drink of water. Be right back. Now, the other thing is, will we get away with just having like one big fleet, or do we need to start to build up other fleets? And I just don't know. Let's just go to the Port of Savat in through here. Now, this is building the treasure hunt. I'm going to stop that because we don't need that as such at this stage. What we do need to do though is to grab a couple of these, which are going to take a couple of turns to do, and a lot of the vigilant comets. We can just drag that down below all these. So this will be important to us. I'm not going to rush the build of the ships. So we can go from each of our actual shipyards. Again, this is another one that's going to take forever to build. This is at Jungle World. This is down in the bottom left corner of our empire. And so we'll just go with vigilant comets in through here. These are going to take a few turns to build. All right, the frigates take 11 turns, so this is not a great. This one has hardly got any actual production. So at Lava World we can do these fairly quickly. In fact, we're ready to start building. Let's go and these are 5, these are 2. Let's go and get more of these initially. And then we'll grab a couple of beam frigates in through there as well, and that will just queue up the what we're building in through there. Aegis has got 20. So this is actually cool. This is actually one of the worlds that we took over, and so it's producing modules, which again we don't need to do that. So we've got the we need to get like a whole bunch of these for defense, and a couple of beam frigates as well. And then we're back to the home world again. I might even just queue up a couple more of those. Alright, so again, it's nice and clean and easy to sort of build everything up, but it's going to take us a few turns to start to get these. You know, I might actually push these back a little bit just so we can get a few more fighters in amongst the mix. So I'll split up these beam frigates, so that way we can just start to at least get a presence there. Kept saying do the Lancaster law, tons of weak cheap ships and you can win by numbers only. Yeah, it's sort of like it depends on what they have, and like initially all I'm really caring about is if they come with invasion fleets, and that way at the moment we've got an invasion fleet coming down. But is that going to work for us? You know, like where do we need to go with our fleets? Like, if there's anything coming down this way, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. That's the other thing too. need to build the shipyard fairly quickly. We've only just taken over these planets. Space elevator. You know, we will be wanting these. Orbital research, recruiting station, colonization, atmospheric cleanser. What's this world like? Pollution isn't too bad there. Yeah, this was a snathy world that we just took over recently as well. Jungle world is not great. It really isn't great at all. All right. Yeah, there's a trade network that's going that way. Whose is that? That's the Mencat fleet. This will be interesting to see what they've got, because these are starting to become unfriendly. Yeah, fairly high attack strength as a fleet. They've got a siege ship, so they've got one of those. Frigates, bombers, frigates, fighters, frigates. Yes, we're only seeing bombers and frigates and things into there at this stage. Now, we're not at war with them, but it's heading that way. We definitely need to build up in around here. We have the economic starbase there, the military starbase there. So ultimately, we're going to be able to protect these a little bit. What I should actually do is have a quick look inside these, and we've got the fortification module, so increases defense of allied ships within the starbase area of effect. So we do actually have, this is very important, that we actually put these on all of our military starbases. It's a culture starbase. Yeah, there are only colonies up there for us. Starbase in here. Yeah, we do have the fortification module there. That's the important one. Boost moves for allied ships and reduces the moves of enemy ships within the starbase area of effect. This is yeah, I'm not going to worry about that so much. I really should boost the defense systems as well. Okay, we've got a fair few modules now, so anything that only cost me modules, I might just start to pop those on. Now, particularly the ones that are like back in through here, because we're going to need to see things coming. So the perimeter scanners are going to give us sensor power, sensor growth of +8, and influence growth of this one here is only modules. Let's go and throw that one. Extends starbase area of effect by 2 hexes, which we don't really need. Okay, we'll leave it there. We do actually have this defense system. Again, it's only modules. So these front line, particularly the military bases though, like this one here for example. We do actually have the fortification, we've got the defense. We do want to see what's going on. Got the advanced defenses here, but that's Durantium. So I'm trying to. My mining of Durantium is very, very weak. Let's go that way for now. Now the Zalon defense system. This is 6. Increase the attack of allied ships and weakens enemy defenses within the starbase. That's pretty cool. That would be cool, but not where we don't need it there. But certainly around our core worlds eventually. Now we should have a military starbase up in here as well. Did we do this one? Yeah, we've got that one there. The defense system again, it's only modules, so let's go and grab that one. And if we start to see ships coming, we can then sort of respond accordingly. So that's sort of where we are. If we have a quick look at the Starship refits, where we're actually up to, we're doing refits in through here, which is going to take a long time. If we go with kinetic, this one here will enhance our rail guns. Now we are actually already doing that one. The kinetic attack is going to go up. And it's also going to do damage of another 10%. It does lead to pulse cannons. If we have a look at the tech navigator and just sort of see where we are. So in terms of warfare, we can get the weapon energy application. So this one's going to then give us our the neutrino emitter, which is a beam weapon, mass 5, so it's bigger mass than what we want. This is where we are currently with this one. We already now have up to the Phoenix. It's going to take a little bit more time, but we can get this one in half the speed, half the time. And we are using kinetic weapons. I often don't do it. This one here, evasive tactics, is something that we really need to get. This is fairly critical, actually, more so than the refits. I was trying to get the battle cruisers, but that's 17 turns. I think we might get this one out of the way and then hope that we get evasive tactics come up into the list. This allows ships to be upgraded with the best equipment as well as travel much faster in friendly territory. So the friendly moves goes up by 25%, which would be pretty handy. And then ship refitting available. We don't need it yet. Okay, so Michael's saying, Daz, do you have a prototype defense policy? Can make a big difference. Yeah, actually, that's all right. We do need to come back to those. We need to come back to those because we've got the wrong doctrines out there in terms of our civilization. I think what we might do is we might actually just go back and change this one, get that one nice and fast. Because refits, I hadn't started really doing anything before the war started. So let's go this way. Just click on done. We will go back to our policies. Now, if I get rid of the free trade, we've got 22 coming in at the moment. It's going to drop down to 15. So it's a big reduction by getting rid of that one. And the research grants, if we go back to what we actually have, we've got defensive measures. So the hit points go up by 20% and the ship range goes down though. And the ship range doesn't matter because we are playing that way. Experimental drives, the hit points goes down, which we don't want, and then the moves goes up. Heart of the Empire. This one here, we get shield strength. Nothing's more important than the lives. So we could pop this one in as well. So prototype defenses. So shield strength goes up, armor rating goes up, and evasion. This is going to be incredible playing defensively this way. I think it's more important than the lives. Now, let's go and throw that one in. Now the research grants, we've got starship specification. So manufacturing goes down and hit points goes up. That's going to be fairly useful as well. Shipyard stimulus, income goes down, but the military is basically your production in the shipyards. I wish it was called shipyards rather than military. I might even drop that one down as a suggestion. Hi ZXM. Cat's saying thank you and don't go to Brazil vacation. If you get sick. Oh, that's no good. The other way. That was the other one. So the hit points. We get less manufacturing, but we do end up getting the extra strength. Let's wait until we need it. Let's just keep this one where we are. We've also got defensive measures if we wanted to as well. Well, that one we can still keep on producing. The research grants. Yeah, let's go. Well, if we go that way, it's going to then boost what we do. I can always just go back and tweak these anytime I like. Yeah, it went up a little bit there because of that. And if we just go back and have another quick look and see how long it's going to take to then build these. Yep, that didn't change. That's fine. Hi, Jamison. How are you going? Saying, hope life is treating you well. Is this a continuation of the Pirate Civ gameplay? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a cat saying in space there are no mosquitoes. Well, there can be, I guess, in this, depending on what you build. Okay, so let's go through. That's now sort of done. We're ready to end our first turn. What's that been? An hour and a bit. An hour and 20 minutes. We haven't even said end turn yet. Anyway, yeah, this hasn't changed either. 3 months remaining. That's actually, yeah, that's what it was. That's fine. Okay, we'll end our turn, and this will be very interesting to see what we spot in here. Okay, so they have come through. This is against one of that asteroid miner that we sent forward. So what do we got? We're up against bombers all the way through here, heaps of bombers. We've got we've got heaps of frigates as well. Let's actually watch the battle and just sort of see what they do. So we got a 16 attack, mainly, wow, 70 beam attacks. Yeah, that's pretty dramatic. Okay, done. Yeah, so they've come in thick and fast. So they've wiped out that other ship that we had. So they're all over us. Okay, so now we have a lot that we need to do. So the asteroid miner was destroyed there, and I think it was by this group. They've only got 18 logistics. We've got more logistics than what they've got. They've got a heap of fleets there. Interesting. So that's their main fleet of... They've got a cruiser there, another enforcer like what we've got. Then just a heap of small ships. Okay. So three different groups there, and then another ship on its own out that way. Wow, I'm glad these sort of avoided the problem. Now, if they're moving from there to there, they're moving up to here, but they don't have any siege ships with them. Alright. And they've kept all of their fleets together. So that you can see there, they did have a lot of ships in space. We've only got one ship left back there on their capital. Now, did we see anything else down this way? Yeah, asteroid miner was destroyed there as well. That's the group. Right, so that one was destroyed straight away there. Done. This one is probably destroyed by the Starbase. Yep, okay, so that one actually, I just moved too close to Starbase. Yep, that one there. All right, well, in that case, not seeing siege ships, which is interesting. Economic Starbase there. Them on. Advanced defences, I won't do that. I don't think we can take these on. Now, if they were there, these move. They're inside our territory. They can only move 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so they, once we move out of the way, they really can't do anything. But are they going to go up this way? Do we do that and extend the field out? They're going to try to wipe out the defences here, I think. There weren't any siege ships here at all, were there? Yeah, they're just all frigates. They're just bombers and a frigate, basically. Well, we definitely need to make sure that we do what we need to do, and we need to get a military starbase over here somehow. So we've got a biggish fleet down this way. I don't think we can do anything, actually. I think we're screwed here, so let's just go and move this one back away from there. Back home. Yeah, so we've got a few different fighters and things back in through there. One there. And again, if they come at 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll see them coming. What will they do here? So yeah, they certainly have a lot more fleets than what we thought they had. There's the siege ship there. So a conquest rating of 19. Now, is there multiple fleets there? No, just the one fleet. Alright, so they've got a 19. And they can take Jungle World. Ooh, okay. They can't take an Axis. It's got like the if it's only got a strength there of 19, they're going to need 29 to get into that one. But this one's only 18, so 19 works. So what we're going to need to do here is to grab these fighters and probably move them to Jungle World and just try to get some damage done. We've got the military starbase in through here. Let's do this. They've got a move of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can start the the process straight away. Okay, it's going to take them a few turns to do that, in which case we're then going to be able to move whatever we can down to take that one on. Alright, so this could be game over straight away. Let's just see what actually happens here. Yep, so this is, they're going after Jungle World here, so this is what we thought might actually happen. So this is a total loss. They're going to have light casualties in here. So we'll just have a look at the actual battle. So we just wanted to delay them because we do actually have the bonuses because of the starbase. So if we watch the battle, the fight for Jungle World, here we go. So they're sending in their different ships. So when we have a look at these, oh, hang on, we don't actually have. This is the Vigilant Comets. Yeah, we didn't change these at all. So these only have like the evasion. It's high evasion and the armor rating. That one's already taken shots to its armor rating. That one there is still fine. And that one's still fine as well. Alright, let's see what happens here. So the armor is, we're hitting the, we're evading a lot, and we're absorbing a lot of it on the actual, that's shield, that's, yeah, that's okay. We'll destroy one of theirs. That's not bad. We ended up destroying 2 of their ships for 3 of ours, which it does weaken this particular group a little bit. So we got rid of 1 fighter, 1 bomber. Just click on done. And in this one here, they're going after the Culture Starbase, which I don't mind so much. I didn't boost this one up. This has been this starbase was the reason that the war started. Doing a little bit of damage, but not much. Yeah, their missiles are really, really powerful. Did a bit of damage to that frigate there. What's this one? They're going after a military starbase, which they're going to take light casualties here. Okay, this isn't good. So the small ships are really getting through here. And just don't have the accuracy to do any real damage to them. We need lots and lots of fighters ourselves. Okay, we destroyed one of their ships. Just one of their frigates. Wow, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, so I'll click on done. More fleets coming back through. Whoa. Geez, that was powerful. Now, where did this other fleet go? This way. So the other ones that have gone back up and gotten rid of that culture starbase that was up this way. We've still got a culture starbase in through here. That's their military starbase there. Oh, okay. Advanced defenses is 1 Durantium. We don't really have the real protection here. So I think I'll just leave that alone. We're getting our bum kicked here. Well. I think we have to relieve the siege. Yeah, 9 months remaining on that particular planet, so we have to get rid of this. So let's just go with what we've got now. It's got 17 moves. Do we want to take this cruiser out? Just the big ones. Let's take the 2 big ones. We'll just get it all sort of started. It's 12. Go up to 16. We've got 10 left. Is not really powerful enough. It's a weird one because it's only really got kinetic attacks. It does protect itself a bit. Look, I might throw that one in at 6 though. It's 6 logistics. Let's go with that. So we should be there next turn. This one here is I'm going to have a movement of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're in range of that group. It's very even. Although, hopefully we'll be okay. We'll see what actually happens there, I guess. But that's, they may be able to see us, I'm thinking, with what's actually there. Alright, so this one here, I'm just going to place this one back, maybe on top of the military starbase. Instructor and colony ship. It's not going to make anyone happy. Alright, so that's where we are. Jungle World under siege, okay, and then we've got the idle core world. What else do we have? Fusion power plant. Yeah, let's throw that in the middle there. This is the Nexus 3. Yeah, starport's vitally important. Let's throw that one in there. An event. So, Cultural Exchange Festival. We have a proposal for you. In the interest of peace, we would like to hold a cultural exchange festival. The art, music, traditions from both civilizations might promote understanding and unity. So agree to the festival in this case. And they're not coming out this way. The military starbase that they destroyed wasn't this one. Just need to build up and around here. These probes. Oh, here we go. God, they've got so much. And we're going to see if we can find another protected sandy matter. I think we had a look. I don't think we can find anything where there's like an artifact that's protected, because that would give us sort of what we need. But we're not going to find it. No. Where they're heading. They could be going up to Serene Home. They could even just be, they could be the same group that was patrolling back over here before, but it seems a long way away now. Idle shipyard. Alright, this one's going to be very, very weak. Build that one up. Alright, what are they going to do this time? Now we got rid of one more ship there. We took a fair bit of damage there actually, that was interesting. Their missiles are just incredibly strong. Well, they're stopping the attacks, but where are they moving off to? One group coming down south, another group moving off into there. They've now gotten rid of the culture area, which should relieve the pressure for us a little bit in terms of the negativity coming from other places. The thing is, we can survive. You know, like that's what we have. We have to start destroying their fleets without actually losing anything ourselves. Yeah, we take moderate casualties at this stage. Got no real choice here. Another ship down, that's good. It all helps. Okay, we're nearly at full strength here. I'm still going to lose stuff here, but I think we have to do it. I'm just hoping we don't lose one of these two big cruisers. Alright, well, we have to do it anyway. It's just light casualties now. So I'm hoping it's just going to be one of these chaff type ships that takes it. But we've got bombers everywhere now. The bombers are going to come. We might actually analyse. This will be a good one to actually just check and make sure that the game is doing what it's supposed to do. The bombers are supposed to avoid the fighters. So we've got a whole lot of fighters in through here. So we've got our fighters. They're supposed to come after the cruisers. Now, as long as they target one of the cruisers, and I'm hoping it's this one here, which is our weakest cruiser. So I'm hoping that they go after that. So all they've got is bombers in through there. The frigates are supposed to go after the fighters first, and then go after the bigger ships. And the siege ship doesn't actually have a combat rating, so it won't do anything. It'll just sort of stay along there. Oh, thanks very much for the super chat there, Dubia. Very much appreciated. That's great. Happy Easter. I wish Happy Easter to anyone who gives a super chat. No, I'll wish everyone a happy Easter, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much there. And Michael's saying, yeah, shoot with your fleet from space map. Yeah, I will do that before we go in. Actually, I better cancel that. I didn't do that, did I? We're now nice and close as well. So before we go in, now we've got a beam volley. Our beam attack is really what it's all about. We do actually know we've got a 24 missile attack. Let's go and do it first. Another ship down, that's good. We can still do the beam attack as well. And another ship. So we've just reduced 2 more ships. This is why kinetics, you don't get much with kinetics, but it's still going to work out okay. So, I've now used up all of the long-range weaponry. The closest you are to an enemy as well. Okay, so now we've got no casualties. This is good. So this will get rid of the siege ship. Now, there's only the one siege ship that they actually had, so let's just go and watch this battle. Now, it's only a guess as to the casualties. There is a RNG factor as well. Now, if we pause it here, so what we're expecting to see is this thing here, doesn't matter what it targets because it can't do anything. Now, the frigates, there should be other frigates. There's a frigate there. And so this one should be targeting one of the fighter craft, which is one of these vigilant comets. So we've got these, which is exactly what we expect that to happen. The bombers should be targeting, okay, they're going after the enforcer, the enforcer, the enforcer, the enforcer, and the enforcer. So the enforcer is the ship here. And this is the cruise that we actually had with the, that had the kinetic, it's only got kinetic. It does have a very high armor rating, so every attack that goes in, this is actually where they've really finessed this one really quite nicely. If we just go into top-down mode again, actually I'll go top-down, we've got cinematic. I'll just go to top-down. So just trying to keep track of what's going on. This one here is targeting the cosmic malignance, which is that one through there. So it's now, it's ignoring the small craft and going after the bigger craft, which happens to be the frigate. Which I don't know if it's supposed to do that, actually. This one is also going after the cosmic malignance. That one through there, and that one will as well. So I might just double check that afterwards. Like this is a cruiser. It would be cool if the cruiser, actually I might just suggest that as well. Combat hover class to get targets, because I thought that these were supposed to go they go bigger ship first and then down to the smaller ship. That's why you do really need to have like a fighter escort when you go in with bigger ships, which I love. I love this aspect. It's sort of you really do need to try to mix things up. So we've got 3 cruisers, no frigates, but just a fighter escort going in with them. Let's just go to. We can also do it at say half speed. Now it also plays out in phases. Now in the first phase, the Ranger, which one is that one? Is that the Ranger MO? That's MO2. This is MO1. MO1 fired its missiles in phase 0 and missed. The accuracy was 67%, but the range was extremely long range, which is higher than even normal range. So not sure why that one's got the extra range. I can't remember what that would be, but it fired at a range of 4,200 and it missed. So it was targeting the cosmic malignance. Let's just unpause again. Now, unfortunately, these don't correlate exactly. Like we can see there that we've actually had a lot of things, other things happening. So maybe it is doing a bit better than what it was before. This is the log file. So also where we happen to pause it, this one also fired. And what actually happened here is this one fired with 6 of its 6 missiles attacks. So hang on, the attack potential here was 12, but only one of them actually got close enough to do the actual attack, and then the one that got through missed. In this case, we've got an attack potential of 12.1. 6 was actually the attack that went through, I think. Yeah, so then just one here, we've got the, so it was absorbed. So this one actually hit their shields. And so when we have a look at the shielding on this one, we should then see, yeah, the armor rating is now 1. It would have been higher. Again, I wish it would show the maximums as to what was there. But this got absorbed by, sorry, that's the shields. I don't know if we can see more of that one. Yeah, not at this stage. Anyway, that's what's going in through there. Then then it's firing back. So the frigate is firing at one of the comets, and it also was absorbed. So back in through here. So one of our ships took the absorption. Then we've got an evasion that came through as well with one of the bombers. Actually, was that's interesting. It's attacking the Enforcer. Oh, that's right, the Enforcer. So the Enforcer here, they're actually firing off their missiles. And so in this stage, in phase 0, because of the range, it's all just missiles going through. Now, the missiles can only fire every 5 phases. And now in phase 3, our sniper, we've got a sniper ship, which is like one of our fighter craft, and we also have another one in through here as well. And these are using beam weapons. These fire every 3 phases. So missiles every 5, beams every 3, and kinetics basically every phase. And so in this case, they have a 90% chance of hitting, so these are much more accurate. The maximum range for these is 2,000. So at 2,000, when they're close in enough, they manage to then fire at some of the bombers. The first one evaded it, so it missed, and then the next one was absorbed by its armor or by its shielding. So it's sort of so no damage happening just yet. Let's just pause it through, wait it through. Now we're seeing more and more hits coming in, but they're all zeros, which means that they're all sort of being hit. Now we're not. Unfortunately, this doesn't update as we see things coming in through this other side. Back in through here, what have we got? 15.3. There goes the beam attacks. And we're now starting to see some damage actually hitting back in through here. So phase 3, phase 5, the fighter craft are now using their kinetics. These have got a range of 1,000, and at 800 it starts to fire, but it did actually miss. There's more going on here than what it is down the bottom through here. Phase 5, again, we can see the different kinetics now going back through. So it's a cooldown of 2 there. I thought it was only 1. 3 for the 5 for the missiles. So we should see, this is phase 5. In phase 6, we should see the missiles launch again and start to sort of then hit. So they're already up through here. It's already showing what's happening. Now there's somebody that's already been damaged. Anyway, we can sort of see down through here. The Rangers are now using their missiles again. They're firing at phase 5. Beam weapons coming in from the enemy. Okay, we've got one that got destroyed. So this one here, essentially, it was yeah, that one there was destroyed by a beam. Ultimately, by one of the sniper ships, sort of coming back through. We haven't taken too much damage in through this other side, so these now need to just make sure that they stay within close range. They should now be going back after here. So we've only got rid of one of these guys. Actually, which one is it? Yeah, so this isn't updating, unfortunately. Wish it would show more. Might just let it play out. Now these are, when we have a look at this one as well, it's within range here. This fighter is using a beam attack. What about this one here? This one is using the kinetic attack. It's still technically within range, even though visually it's showing very, very different and wildly different ranges. To top-down view again. Now this one, with its kinetic attack, should be able to do a lot of damage against these small bomber ships. There we go. Let's find the seed ship, which was essentially a non-combatant. Now we didn't take any damage there at all, which is great. But this is where you do need to have this mask just to sort of just to stop everything coming back in against the big ships. But we got through that one very, very easily. So that was good. 7 ships destroyed there. Just click on done. We can then look at the actual battle log. It's probably better to almost turn the battle log off during the fight and then come back and have a look at it and see what actually happened if we're interested in what does go on. The mitigated damage, this is the armor. This is the amount of damage that sort of is done. So even though that one did absorb a little bit of damage coming in, there was 1 damage, but 0.2, but that was enough to then destroy it, for example. And we can see there the ranges that are where it's actually firing, like that was at point blank, but it did manage to evade in this instance. Anyway, it's getting better and better, the way that sort of does it in work. Yes, Cat's then saying they should be released from command for firing and missing, yes. Anyway, that's saved Jungle World. And we need to just keep these fleets. Now we can still put 2 more in here. Let's just make sure that we're building more and more of these. A frigate would be handy. Now, where are we seeing things? It didn't like tackling this particular one. Now, it managed to do a lot of damage to this particular starbase. This military starbase. All the weapons that could fit without specializing. No, it's too much. It's too expensive. The fact that that's been weakened, it may be tempting for them to come back through. Alright, we've still got 8 movement here, and I think that... Oh, here we go. What have they got in here? And what will they come after? Constructor there. Now the constructor, I can move that constructor straight off and then go up to where we need it to be. So we've got 3 modules. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, anywhere in there. 5. So that should be okay there. I've still got a couple of moves. If I move in, I can't do it there. So I've got to go back to there. Or there. Okay, we'll do it this way. Still got a bit of geranium. We've got 1 more of these we can place in there. Let's get that one. Just to try to get some attrition. It's not ideal. Now the seed ships. You move at 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, so they can move out to there. I don't really want to lose these ships. luck. I'll let them destroy the colony ship because I wanted to get rid of that one anyway. So we'll just keep on bringing back these other fleets to mainly sort of look after the bottom of the map. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn it! I moved too far. I moved slightly too far. That's not clever. All right, we'll leave that one there. I think they can see me. Okay, so what do you want? You want Aurora Arboretum, open borders, Monsantium, credits, Promethean, which we don't actually have. It's clever. Because this is made out of rock, I just did rock and roll as the starting thing, but even the music that this plays is actually fairly in keeping with the actual style that it was. I don't want to give them that. Got 3 of those. I'm sort of happy enough with this, you know. I think we'll yeah, they can pay a bit more. Good. Now, in terms of just the last couple of turns, diplomatically, this is now stabilised. This is still going backwards. This is going backwards, but still not too bad. Yep, anyway, that's going to be interesting to sort of see how we go. So this is saying you're going for a criminal run right now? Yes, we are. Yep. Sort of where we are. All right, well, I moved just within range of this. And I would have preferred to have just stayed back a little bit. I didn't think we had anywhere near as much movement left in that particular fleet after taking out the fleet from here. Anyway, that's a good start for us. If we go back and have another look at the at what's going on here with our timeline. And again, if I just it'd be cool if I remembered what you did. Yeah, it's that little dip. That's them taking out the star bases, and this is us taking out their fleet. So we've got a long way to go. So Michael's saying maybe you can bargain the Flower faction to join you in the war. We'd need to, I think they're trading. I think that they're actually getting on well, the other side. Like they destroyed that cultural starbase, which will actually make these a little bit happier. The cultural differences are no longer as bad because the culture starbase has been removed. Yeah, so they're trading with these. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Yeah, they're not going to do it. Declare war on. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong side. Yeah, so they just again, I love that what they've done through here. Like they trust the others, but they don't. They're neutral with the Toxic Empire. The Tin Union, would probably be able to convince them. But if we just go and click on done. Yep. So that's now if we try. If we use it, I don't want to use the persuasion yet until we sort of configure things out. I mean, we're going to be able to make any difference here at all. A little bit. Exploration treaty came up a little bit more. We already have enough of that resource. So it doesn't need it. So yeah, it's got heaps of antimatter. Geranium, we've only got the one. Illyrium, it's got heaps of. Promethean, it's got heaps of that as well. Thulium. Yeah, it doesn't want that. It's already got Arnold Spice. Doesn't have any Heliosaur. Yeah, that went up a bit. Tichabot Hives, it's got 3. We've got 3 Monsantium. Hardly did anything in terms of the line. This one might work well. Nope. Yeah, we're not going to get close to this at all. So it's just not going to work. No, not going to do it. Okay, we'll just reject all that. Click on done. Okay, so okay, well, goodbye. Yeah, that's what we can really do there. So hopefully we can end up being friendlier back in through here somehow. I think it's trending backwards, but it's then showing that it's trending up. So it says recent assignments will take effect next turn. Anyway, let's just keep on going. Yeah, that's our fleet, so let's just keep it going through here. We'll leave that one where that is, and leave that one where that is. What will they do? Oh, hang on, we've still got ships. There's the probe that I took in a bit too far. And they did bring the other fleet back down again. Here's the colony ship, so they are attacking Skervian Prime. Kinetic weapon enhancement. Cool. Okay, so we're getting better kinetic attacks now. Choose new tech. Mining, energy. I really need to get the evasive tactics. But I might as well get this while we've got it at 50% off, so I'll just go that way. That's why we're in the war. We're in the war footing. Now they're bringing all of their fleets back in again. need to be attacking from within inside this starbase area. Okay, well, it's just a whole lot of bombers. Now we saw that they weren't all that effective against us. What we can do here is grab the fighter that was down this way. Oh, this moves here. This is actually the logistics. So, oh, is this one of the frigates? It's one of the frigates. It's one of our kinetic attack guys. We've got these old fighters. So let's leave one of them out. That gives me 26. So we're right at the limits now of what we can do. This one here is a bit more powerful. A lot of bombers, a lot of missile attacks. So we'll just go in here and we'll watch the battle here again. Just go back down. I do like the slowest play speed, and we can just get rid of the. Let's just watch it because this is not going to tell us much about what we're seeing on the screen. So the bombers are all going to be going after. In fact, how do we close that one down? Hides the overall HUD. Hide the battle log. Let's just hide the battle log. So we've got the asteroids close by, which is where we're coming out from the asteroids. They're in space. I don't think that has any bearing. I think it's just a visual. That'd be cool, actually, if there was things that did actually impact that. So they're all going after the Enforcer yet again, which I'm sort of happy enough with. I'm glad that the Enforcer is in the group because it protects these more powerful cruisers, actually. So it's the target of everything. Let's just go top down again. So missiles are being fired. Missiles won't do much. There you go. Actually, some of the missiles are hitting those ships. Now we have the benefit of our military starbase again. Another fleet down. The Enforcer took a little bit of heat there. So they took 7 damage back into here, but again, all they're doing is targeting. This is working quite nicely. They are targeting the what they're supposed to be targeting, which is the. I wish I would show you what the targeting is when you hovered over that one, but they target that one, and lost 8 points of damage basically. Just click on done. So we can look at the actual battle log now and analyse what actually happened if we wanted to, but that's not really going to matter that much. Now we've still got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 attack. This one's 21. Just inside our range. I think we'll wait a turn. Let's just sit back in here. We've got more ships coming down as well. So we're back at home, taking it easy. We'll go back to Jungle World here. And there should be other siege ships coming at some point. If we can wipe all these fleets out, that would be pretty damn awesome, actually. Got the 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're a little way on the outside there. Let's just move these across. What I'm wary of is that we don't get to see what's inside here, and they'll have a boost. And we know that there was a big fleet of ships down this way. So it might be just a bit safer just to move these over until we need them. Alright, this is going well. Relatively well. So we're pumping out the fighter craft in here fairly effectively. Just have that constructor there. Yeah, still got this one as well. Again, it's all just full of frigates. These are all frigates, actually. That's interesting. Oh no, they're all bombers. There's a couple of frigates at the back there. So still 3 fleets that we need to destroy with our cruisers. And, well, 3 that we know of, and then the 4th down this way. They'll be madly building as well. It says this world is unhappy. They're okay. They're okay at this stage. Right, well they're gone after our military starbase. Now we're sort of hoping to rely a little bit on these military starbases to keep things going. I'm surprised that we don't get any benefit here at all. Doing a bit of damage against the enforcer that they've got. This is their biggest fleet. Okay, that's a shame. Yeah, like we were just targeting this one ship the whole time. Oh, here we go. Now they're attacking the Marilena 1 starbase. I forget what type of... This is a culture starbase. Okay, we'll watch this battle. I think we just boosted this one up a little bit. So these initial attacks will be, they'll be getting out, like everyone's shielding will be coming down, the armor will be coming down as we start to take damage. I think we missed too many at the front. We're doing okay as they're close, but are we going to survive? It's pretty close. Yeah, we did just. Wow. Wow, that was tight. Down to 13. That's good. That's another fleet gone. Now this is the Marilena starbase. This is our military starbase, and again they've got total loss in through here. Now, why are they throwing it at us? They're not really weakening us all that much. Let's just watch it and see what actually happens here. They've only got many frigates. we're going to be able to... it's the bombers that actually ultimately are the thing we have to be more careful of because we miss them. Now they could also be running out of money, and this is they could be trying to actually like do damage so that they can then, yeah, just not have as many ships. But that doesn't make a lot of sense either, does it? I mean, we know that we can't scuttle ships. This one didn't even take any damage. This particular military starbase. You know, I prefer watching this without the log file because the log file doesn't correlate with what goes on. I think that is actually better to watch. Okay, ZXM is saying, why do people like GalCiv 2 more than 3? That was said in chat last time anyway, and I haven't played 2 before, so just curious. 2 was sort of like one of those special games that came along. It was sort of like the launch, but then what they did with 2 is that they made it more and more aggressive, and it became a game that, from what I can remember of it anyway, I think that's where we ended up with the Korath clan and things like this. So we ended up, I think it's where they first appeared. And so 2, the development of 2 ended up being quite a special game at the back end of it. All I remember at the time was that I loved playing GalCiv 2, and I think it was because it was just so aggressive. And then when GalCiv 3 was coming out, I thought, oh, this is going to be really, really awesome. But then when I played it, it was a little bit like, it's not that great, you know, and it was... I'm trying to think of what it was. I think there was too many limitations in 3 where they tried to make it so that you couldn't do what you could do in 2, which was to sort of end up with sort of like these killer fleets and so on and so forth. And so Michael's saying, yeah, for me 2 is a classic. 3 has way more mods, and 4 has evolved to a state where it beats them both. It's just my taste though. I think that's a good way of putting it. Like 3 would be interesting actually. I'll just click on done, see if there's any more fleets coming. Here they are coming back down. I've still got both fleets. I'm glad I moved this out of the way. So we're being inundated here. So this one here is down to 41. This is our economic starbase. Our military starbase has been destroyed. We no longer have much we can do through here actually. That one there, 17, that one's 16. That one's taking a bit of damage, 77 of 95, 71. This one's got the big ship in it. Okay, it's got range of 10. Now, they came out of... They're the 2 that are there. We've still got another fleet in here somewhere that we have to find. But that's pretty much everyone now from out this side, except for this fleet. Only 58 in that one. Now they're 10 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They can hit Lava World as well. So we've got a frigate, we've got a fighter. Let's bring all of these to Serene Homeworld. Now we should have enough ships in here to take them on if they come close enough. So if they move in close, we'll then move the fleet from Serene Homeworld out to take them on. They're only going to be like pretty much just all fighters. Now we do have the military starbase there, so if they come inside the military starbase line, we'll then go after them. We no longer have a military starbase down this way. We need to get another constructor. We need a lot of things. I think we're doing fairly well. We haven't really lost much at this stage. That's all of our logistics. So we're going to take moderate casualties there. Sort of inclined to, we're going to destroy this one next. Now we take no casualties there against this group. Why is this one so special? Number of frigates, so they're going to be going after small ships. Does that matter? Yeah, battle prediction is now gone. Well, if there's no casualties here, let's just see what we end up with. Okay, so we've got the we've got the one frigate in through here. Yeah, this one's still a bit damaged, but not much. We'll watch the battle. So it's taking a bit of damage at the back there. There's one gone already with the missiles. You can now target the Enforcer without really having to worry too much about anything. Our Enforcer is taking damage. That's theirs. Yeah, our Enforcer is losing a lot here. That was good. So the only thing that took damage there was the Enforcer ship, which did come down a bit. Now, the economic starbase. That's the next thing. All right, let's yeah, we can move at 10, so we can still move at 10 as well. There's nothing else coming back up the other way. What we can do is we can pile on to the starbase here. This one will then get it's got like a massive amount of missile attacks, 68.8. And we no longer have the protection of the military starbase. Yeah, we're going to now take heavy casualties against them. I think what we'll do is we're going to move, let's move these across, just so we've got, so we can protect this one across here. Let's move this one up, this Corvette. Let's move the Enforcer out. This one's leveled up. Geranium Forge, the command bridge, crew quarters gives us 20% hit points. Go that way. I should have checked. I should check the upgrades for the ships. Anyway, the Enforcer, we want to just keep on moving away. That's going to be our shield gone. Take the rest of them into there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just to be safe, we need to be further out this way. Okay, that should be enough. Right, Jungle World, ready to build some more stuff. We need more modules, actually. It's going to take way too long. Yeah, none of these are going to help me much at all. Actually, the air pollution is fairly high. Now this thing here doesn't actually give us much. It gives me +1 level to manufacturing, which isn't all that important. And as far as its own benefits, so the bonus is only 1%. So I'm better off just hiding it away somewhere, like out here. It's not really going to be of any great use to anything other than just to get the pollution down. But no, just going back to that, yeah, I can't remember exactly what came with 2 versus 3. I know there was some good DLC that came into 3, but it never quite fixed up the, I don't know, the boring aspect of it. Like, it was a bit more boring than 2. Like, 2 I remember just being a classic game, whereas 3 just wasn't, but 4 is. So it's sort of heading the way that, what is it, the... Call of Duty. Call of Duty games used to go from one good one, one bad one. They had 2 companies that used to work on each version, and I forget the names of the companies, but one of them would do a good job and the other one would do a shit job. And I just remember every time one would come out, you just make sure who was actually developing it, and then they all went bad, from what I can remember. Okay, so Lava World. A movement is growing on Lava World. Citizens who mistrust. This is the Natural League. Yeah, no, we'll just allow Natural League to come in. We've sort of let them in everywhere else. Now we're whittling down this, which is interesting. Like, we've done pretty well. Let's have a quick look at the timeline again. Go to military power. Look at this! Wow. Well, we're really pegging this one back. And we're improving, and they're coming backwards. So this is awesome. So we've done a great job here of leveling this playing field a lot, just with this one fleet that we've got. Now this will be interesting to see what actually happens here. I'm just hoping that the 2 big cruisers. In fact, I've got to say the Enforcer's out of this one. But those 2 big cruisers, we do want that one to survive. Gee, where's our flagship? Should really have that back in the mix as well. There it is. I've got probes there as well. Well, let's we did have a starbase down here and it got rid of it. It's interesting. Because this is another big ship as well. I forgot about that one. That's not bad. Now this is the Serene Homeworld. So they have attacked the Homeworld, and we've got all these other protections in there. We also still have this constructor as well, but this is a total loss for that other fleet, which is awesome again. So let's just go and watch this battle. So this is now back in back at Serene, and again, if we just now we can make that to the default. Anyway, it's I might just jot that one down actually. Default speed combat. I do prefer a bit more sort of. We can also just look at it from the cinematic side. Let's just do that. And we can sort of look at the scores from the side as to who's got what. Yeah, look, so a few of them are blowing up. What is that ship? That's one of ours. That's a frigate. Okay, so one of our frigates is coming through. It's the only frigate we've got there. Wiping out their fleet. We've nearly lost one of our fighters. The frigate's almost gone. We've lost one fighter. That wasn't bad at all. Wow, that's great. So we've wiped out that fleet as well. So they've come after us. So we've put everything, put all our eggs in one basket there in that particular sector. It's done. Oh, here we go. This is the fleet that was protecting the homeworld. Now, if we have a look at, like, after that last attack, there we go. We're now ahead of them. So they are losing heaps, turn after turn. Okay, well, this is a this group in through here. This one here is a bit tricky. We need to keep on coming back to this location. Is there any way to just grab all of them? No, not really. Got to eject all ships, but I want to control where they go. You can have up to 60 in logistics inside these locations. I'm going to come back. Let's wipe this one out. This one's got... yeah, we could take moderate casualties there. We take... Actually, it's the same... It's pretty much the same sort of deal here. In fact, that's slightly easier. Still saying moderate casualties. That's going to be the small ships. Well, let's just do it anyway. Now, unfortunately, what have they got? It's pretty even between frigates and so they're going to come after the big ships. Now, we do actually have this one in here, this cruiser, which shields of 6. Not fantastic. That's probably going to be the one that goes after. Let's just wipe these out. I mean, we need to finish off these two fleets, really. Remembers everything else except for the playback speed. Yeah, so they've nearly wiped out this fighter. Fighters. The frigates are doing the damage here, of course. Now, if it's only fighters that we lose, I'm actually not unhappy with that. Yeah, even if we lose all of our fighters, because we can now bring them back from Serene. Cool. Okay, that's good. So we took a little bit of damage on the Corvette, so that wasn't terrible. Yeah, we've still got a couple of. We just lost fighters basically. That's what 4 turns worth of ships that we lost there. That's okay. This one here is frigates, bombers, bomber. Yeah, this is. So we need to stay where we are here. And just if they come after this one, we just need to sort of stay back in that position there. The beam frigate coming. Just make doubly sure there's no other fleets anywhere. I think this is it. I think this is it. So they've got 10 that they can move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the line there. Just make it so it's still a bit more difficult for them. Alright, so that's good. I really like the fact that also you've got, like, with your interior lines, you've just got that little bit of a boost. So if you are being attacked, you do actually have at least the movement. It helps. Now back in through here. You've got more frigates coming now. One of the old fighters. So I'll just bring 8 of the fighters down to Scurvy and Prime. Now again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's basically lining that up with that one there. And we're not seeing anything else at this point in time. What I might do is actually now send a probe out. Just let that one sit there for a little while. See us. Now they're going to have much higher rates that they can then move. $17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, so they can move out to there. They may still come after us. Alright, well, I think that once we get rid of this, your weapon application, that's good. Plasma beams, 13 turns for that one, even at 50%. It would be nice to have it, but it's not what's important. It's the evasive tactics. If we go back to the Tech Navigator and have a look at the warfare, we haven't even opened up our defences yet, which is pretty bad. Like, we've got our offensive power is actually fairly good in through here, but the we haven't broken into defences at all. And then eventually we, of course, want to move down this way as well. But that's so I think that we just go evasive tactics, and that's going to take time, but it's important. So now, sorry guys, I'm missing so many of the comments here. Yeah, Michael sends a lot of good mods for GalCiv 3. ZXM saying cool. I'll take a look at those, but I'm pretty threed out. Over 1,000 hours in it. I liked Distant Worlds 2 a lot, and not really a fan of Stellaris. So just checking out options. Yeah, I think that Distant Worlds and GalCiv are as far away from each other in terms of the gameplay experience. And I've said this before, but GalCiv is really as finessed as a board game sort of style game as you can get in space combat. It's even with this combat that we're doing, like it's so much more intriguing than what it's ever been before in any of their games. Just because of it's not like it used to be. I think it was in 3. No, it was 2. 2, you used to know exactly what the it was a rock paper scissors aspect of it. And it's actually one of the things I really dislike about 3. In 2, you could look at the enemy ships and think, okay, look, what have you got? You can actually look at their defences and then build your attack, or the opposite way around. You build your defences to sort of mitigate their attack. And in 3, they sort of changed it because it was fairly gamey, but I didn't mind it in 2. But in 3, it became fairly bland. In 4, it started off bland. But what they've done is they've now made it much, much more interesting, and it will get much, much more interesting as well, I think, as the Warlords expansion kicks in. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they've done a great job of this. Now, that one's moving its way across, but where and why? Military Starbase is fixing itself up. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's okay. Still okay there. So I'll leave them back where they are. Move that one in. We may have to chase this one down a little bit. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just need to bounce onto the other side. Still a bit worried about there could be something else on this other side here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm a little bit further over than what I need to be. If there's something out of here, they're going to be able to move very, very long range. We're sort of stuck, and then we're going to be able to go after them with these ships. So we'll chase it down once we've got these. And we want to see what's up in here. Culture Starbase there, economic one there. It's interesting or not. So there it is. A waste layer. Okay, so what's a waste layer? A seed ship. Interesting. They could be coming back to escort the siege ship back across to here. It could... No, there's no fleet coming that way. We've seen enough. But that's what they'll be doing. Alright, so they've got another one coming. We need to do this turn. I'm saying the planets are under threat, but this one doesn't have an invasion rating of anything to talk about anyway. There's our probe. Yeah, so they did come after us with the frigates. So they've brought one out. Oh, hang on, that was a lot more there than we thought. There's only 4 there. But they'll be coming through fairly soon. So we know that they're going to come after Jungle World again. So we need to get another presence in here. Where the hell is that fleet? There it is. Now it's heading towards the starbase. It's got 70, that should be enough to protect it. Just while we then get there. It's got 14 moves. Not going to be enough to catch it. $18. Might keep this one back home now. And this cruiser as well. Because we've got these other 8. That then takes, so I've got all these newly built fighters now. So I've got all the new type fighter back in through here. Now I've got no more moves. It's out of range. Alright, well, that can just go off and protect the other group. Yeah, our combat rating here is getting stronger and stronger, which is fantastic. So we're certainly on the right path here. Yeah, Vigilant Comet will come next turn. The other one, yeah, a few more turns off there. Oh, hang on. What have we got in here? A flagship. Yeah, that's got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I can actually hit both of these. Take one of these with me. I'm not sure who was there before. Let's take one of the colonists, I think. The diligence and resolve is important. He's not bad. farming. We don't need another farmer, so he could certainly go there. Actually, he's good as well. There's a soldier that we inherited. 6 and 6 with the science, but then the science is being done, so I like this farmer actually. Becomes a science officer. Alright, well, we'll keep them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that should be okay. Alright, so this is Serene. Serene Homeworld. Now, I've sort of, everything has been built a little bit sort of crappy in here. This one wants to have the clinic, the trade network. We don't really need that. Don't really need that either. Yeah, we're not going to get much there. I'll just get more financial districts. Need more modules as well, actually. Well, I think that this is open. When we can do it, I think we'll go back. Get it built up in here a little bit, and then we will need to head down there with something. I could grab that other probe, because this is probably where we want to be dominating a little bit. So I've still got one more probe left over here. This is our last probe, but I can build more of them. Yeah, so we saw that there was some damage done there. Yep, but the frigate's now coming as well. Right, be interesting to see what this one gets up to. Will it take out the starbase? No, it's going to take out the construction. But we'll now get it. We'll now be able to catch it and destroy it. This is Forest World's construction yard. DB saying, I haven't played since GalCiv 2. Is there still constructor ship spam needed? No. The way it now works is that, you know, I remember back in the... They did a bit of... they did get a long-range attack there. Remember back in the day with that, you ended up with... Actually, I might not be able to catch that. Oh, yes, I should be able to. That's close enough. You had to, every time you upgraded I think this was in 2, it may have been in 3, but you had a thing where you built the starbase. Sorry, yeah, if this constructor built the starbase, you used constructors for all sorts of different things, and then you had to keep on going back in with another constructor to do the next upgrade, and so it just ended up becoming a pain in the ass. That's completely gone. You only need as many constructors as you need actual base star bases, and then from there all it is just go in, double click it, and just pick what you want. So it becomes something that's like we no longer have to do all of that stuff. So it's actually completely completely different. That's what I mean. They've really had a really close look at the game and thought what's fun and what's not fun. And they've got rid of all the stuff that's not fun, still made the mechanic there, but in a very, very clean way. So, no, they've done it incredibly well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's good. So we can do our damage in here. So let's go and take this fleet in. We're going to take some damage in here, just like casualties. So watch the battle. There's a fair few bombers, but we now have frigates in here. And we have all of our kinetic ships are done. Actually, this is going way too fast. We've lost one of our fighters. Little ships on the right hand side there, that's our fighter ships. Okay, that's cool. The 2 cruisers that we got, these are old pirate cruisers that we picked up, and they've been very, very effective. So we just lost the 1 ship. Now that sort of has wiped out their fleets from what we know, what we think anyway. One of the new fighters back into there again as well. Right, yeah. So it's like, and it's there's just so much that's been changed. Like it's of those quality of life things that I don't know what it was. You know, like GalCiv 3, it was a flat game. Like it would be interesting. Let's just do it. Let's go to Steam and have a look and see the differences between them. Like if we look at the StarDock franchise, should have it in there somewhere down the bottom here, I guess. I mean, this is not the actual game itself. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see where so this one, what did this one rate? 79%. That's pretty high. Wow, it's funny. It's funny having a look at all this old stuff. Oh, I'd forgotten all this. It's sort of this is when they first brought in the modular ship stuff. This is quite funny. Just go back to the start and have a look. Some of it still feels the same. Like this was, I think this must have been when they were showing the new building system, like where you could build stuff up, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so this is when they first brought, and this was years ahead of its time, and it's so much better than what it was. But this was taking it to the absolute limit with the actual construction bits that you actually had. Yeah, this is really cool actually seeing this. So you still had your fleets. It's funny. It sort of brings it's very, very vague memories for me, but very, very vague. You had your sector measurement in there. It was in grids. It wasn't in hexes. That was that was a bit of a problem. This was something that was, from what I remember, StarDock were really, really reluctant to move to hexes. Fallen Enchantress was a classic example of that, where that should have been a hex-based game. And this came out before Fallen Enchantress, I think. So, but they were using the engine from GalCiv 2 to build the Elemental or Fallen Enchantress, and so that's why it had the grids. And it took a long time for Stardock to then sort of come back in and think, oh yeah, no, we should be using hexes because they're so much better for this sort of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, that was that bit of it. Then that was more showing off the actual building. Yeah. Now this here was God. This is funny. So this is from the Terran Alliance saying, "Stop! Just stop! You're embarrassing both of us. Let me guess. You're going to line up your invasion ships around our worlds." Now this was the first time this was done, I think, in a game where they had like the AI in all the GalCiv games has been really interesting. But in this case, they introduced a threat meter. For like, if you like, it used to be in back in this era, like when you were playing games, all you do is just get a bunch of ships, stay right on the border or right around their planets, and then declare war and then go to war. And GalCiv 2, when it came out, actually was the first one that actually then brought in this threat meter where it wouldn't let you do that. When it noticed a build up, as soon as it saw the build up, it would then send you these little messages and then it would declare war. So they've taken this also. It's funny going back and looking at this. This is actually really quite valuable to sort of see what's been done in the game. But yeah, it's like you always look back so fondly on these games. It's so much further than what it was back then. But this is still pretty cool. The way it sort of did work. This was your how you then built your what's this one here? Invading the planet. So that's an planetary invasion. This is all you had there with the invasions. This is Taurians. God, they're so much better now than what they were. That hasn't changed a lot, has it? Really, when you look at it, this is very similar to back in GalCiv 2 days. Wow, that's interesting. More building. They were very proud of this shipbuilder, as you can see, because it really was quite interesting. There's Thindor. I forget who's that actually is. This is your ships. Yeah, interesting. And so we've got we've got Drengen and Korath clan. So this is when the Korath clan came in. So they came in as DLC for GalCiv 2. That was incredible. That was an amazing DLC for it. Technologies to research. So yep, that's it's changed, but not dramatically from where it was in 2. This is the auto combat, but this one actually had. It all came down. You can see it's highlighting the different types of weaponry. Now we've still got the 3 different types of weaponry, but we no longer have the 3 different types of defenses, because it used to be that you had to marry up. Like chaff, for example, was good against missiles. Armor was good against kinetic damage, like the one that we're seeing through here, and then shielding was good against beams. But now it doesn't do that anymore. And 3, they also sort of walked away. But it was like whatever your rating in for example shielding was, this one in through here. Half of it would apply to any other sort of damage type, but it would apply full protection against whatever damage type was coming in. It was quite a nice system. You still had to think it through, but they lost that in 3. So that's where 3 sort of lost it for me. Mining bases. God, it's so funny to see how much it's changed, isn't it? Oh wow, I'm glad we opened that up actually. Let's go and have a look at GalCiv 3. Yeah, that was this is mostly positive. 76, it's still actually up there.
You claim.
Now this was 2015, so what's that, 9 years away? Just go back up to the front here. So they brought hexes in. That was actually a good thing. The characters were a little bit better than what they were. Yeah, I can't remember, like 3 just didn't inspire me much, even though it did innovate to a degree. I mean, that looks similar to what we've got now, but it's still not like it's much better than what we actually have in the current system. This is where they actually brought the citizens in as well. So 3 did actually innovate a lot with what happened. That's the builder again. It's interesting to see what the priorities were and how they handled that. This is so much better in 4 than what was done in 3. So I think this is a big focus of 3. But yeah, they've really expanded this one across dramatically. There's a good old Korath clan. But the trade hasn't changed much at all, has it, between the different systems? Very interesting, very interesting. Yes, I've played 184 hours of this, which is sort of okay. Like, I played a fair bit of it. I was always going to do a tutorial series on it, but I never got around to it. Anyway, that's a step back through memory lane. But this just finesses everything that was good about those games have been brought in, and everything that needed work has been fixed. So it's well beyond just. I mean, all the other innovations in this game, it is well beyond what either 2 or 3 actually had. It's funny looking back at 2 because I always think of that so fondly, but it's so old now. Okay, she was saying I still have my Gal Civ 1 disc. I think I've still got an ad for it somewhere. Not for Gal Civ 1, but for Gal Civ 2. It came in one of the Civ boxes. Actually, I mean, it's a live stream, so I can sort of spend a bit of time. I think it's in my other room. I might just see if I can find it. I haven't opened it up since that era. I'll just see if I can find it. Yeah, this is the old Gal Civ 3 box that it came in. I don't know if anyone else had that one, but that was sort of. I was trying to get the the angle of it there. It's like it had pretend rust on it, but the pretend rust has now turned into real rust with this one through here. Like this, it's funny, the lid is rusted quite badly, but what happened was, and I don't know how, but this particular, I remember that this is the first time I actually even heard about Gal Civ 2 or any of the Gal Civ games, was because there was an ad that came inside this particular Civilization 3 box. I don't know why I've kept the box. I mean, it is rusting away now. Look, I'm getting rust all over my hands. So yeah, Civilization 3. Long time ago. But that, I remember I distinctly remember seeing the ad, thinking, first of all, it wasn't the same company. So that was, this was still Firaxis back then? Yeah, it's even got still got the stuff on the back there from Gal Civ 3. Yeah. Nothing inside it though. So I must have thrown the ad away. I do remember the box though. I remember getting it thinking, oh wow, this is really, really cool. That's the first only time I've actually seen anything that good actually. So Cecil's saying, oh, super valuable box, sell it for big money. I should still have the CDs around somewhere too. And but it came as just an insert, like the ad for Gal Civ 2, because I remember seeing it thinking, oh, I've got to get that game. That looks incredible. And so that must have been, I think Gal Civ 2 came out before 2008, to be honest. And I don't remember when Civilization 3 came. But yeah, actually that probably is worth a bit. I should give up. You need to clean the rust and put it in a dry place. Some collector would find it valuable. Yeah, it probably would actually. I mean, it really is a well. It came with pretend rust. Like it actually, like the rust that's on there was pretend rust. It's just now become real rust, I think, unless it still is the pretend rust. It's hard to tell. Anyway, just go and put it away again. Yeah, so I don't know what prompted Firaxis or Stardock to be able to then negotiate to put the ad inside the box, but yeah, I think it would have been Firaxis that still would have been doing Civ at that stage. Yeah, so Sithel's saying that, and Gal Civ 2 is not that different from Gal Civ on OS 2. Yeah, the game was originally released on an operating system no one had ever heard of these days. Yeah, it's sort of funny. It's interesting. Anyway, let's get back to our game. So we've done incredibly well here, guys. We have changed the course of the war in just a matter of turns. It's taken a long time. It's taken hours to play these few turns. Military power. Look at this. We're now dominating. If we just turn off everyone else, this is what we've been able to do. So we've over the course of the game, we were ahead a little bit. This is when we picked up the 2 cruisers. So the biggest injection we've had was the 2 cruisers that we've been using so effectively. We got them very early on in the game, but then these guys have just built and built and built and built. But now they've dropped all the way down to here. And so we're still now ahead, but we have to still be careful. But if that planet is now unprotected, we now just need to get another fleet, a second fleet, one fleet to protect all of the systems, and another fleet to go in and actually destroy and besiege that planet, because I want that planet in the back corner, because that's one we're going to be able to protect. So let's just click on done. And so these guys have only got 3 more moves left. I think what I'm going to do here is move this whole fleet back. Or let's leave the 2 frigates here, and a couple of these as well. We'll move this one back. Move the probe down. More frigates now coming back up this way. Now, it's nowhere near the threat that there was up in the top. So I'm going to start to bring some of these down to the bottom now. We've got both of these are still pumping things out. Yeah, beam frigates coming in 3 there. So I think that we've now broken the back of the enemy. It's just a probe or a freighter. Oh, hang on. There are now anomalies. Don't know where the survey is. Not sure what's happening with that. So we'll need to send a wave of ships in initially. Now this one is still, this is one more until the treasure hunt is done. Let's get another constructor back. And more more beam frigates. Alright, so this is still trending backwards with them. They want thulium and credits, open borders, and xanthium. Yeah, okay, look, I need to be friendly with everyone else, so I'm going to take that. What would have come up with that being a possibility? I'll just move that one back. Okay, well, there's the probe. The probe's going to tell us everything we need to know. Yeah, still 33 is what we need, and we can still do it. One's still healing up. Okay, that's the one that we just brought back in. That's okay. You have to be careful about triggering this one. This is just a colony, so this is feeding into the core world here. Okay, so that's what they're building. They're building treasure hunts as well, so they have run out of money. There's a culture starbase there, so we can destroy that one ultimately. Let's go back and sit on our side of the border for a little while. Okay, looks like we're safe to pursue this. 3, 4, 5, and we'll take this one as well. She might take both of those. So this is our seed ships. We do 66. We needed 33, so we're doing double what we require to be able to take this world. And then we'll take this world as well. So we'll just start to mount the pressure there. Leave that one where that is. Okay, now this is a culture flip. So the Venomous Dominion have now lost Nushagak 3, which is this one's still not moving. Jewel of the Universe. Yeah, we'll grab this one as well in that case. So Nushagak has now just come across. So all of these are just feeding stuff in. Now that one is Yeah, it's hardly rebelling at all. Aha. Okay, this is a new one. This is actually now an invasion fleet that we're seeing. So it's got an invasion strength of 47. And we've got a defense of 20, so it can get there fairly fast. What about Serene? Is also about 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It can just... Well, it's got 9. It can't do it this turn. So we've only got one fighter there. But we have a good fleet in through here. We still have another constructor there as well. Well, we're going to have time, so let's go and let's just keep it all going in through here. Now let's just go and get more frigates. That should be enough. So that's the. So this is now they're getting into their last ditched efforts. They are building this one up. They've got a frigate. Still haven't got anything like. We're not seeing anything that's dramatically bad for us. But I think we do need to start to take some of their planets. I think it is time. So we've got 15 here. Now if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not going to be able to make it there in one go. We've got one ship in here. Ship, just one of our fighter ships. Again, the fighters don't really matter much. It's against one of their frigates. Those modules as well, just so we can build the next military starbase back in here again. So we lost that one. Make sure there's nothing else that's coming that we need to be mindful of. That really is just that fleet there. Is there anyone that really matters? I'll just keep the probe back there and I need to wipe out everything on here first. Starbase there. Okay, so that's protecting these planets, but that won't really matter that much. should have checked that. Treasure hunter. Yep, we're okay. Forgot to use the it didn't matter, but that's okay. But, we'll just click it again. Done. I've accidentally clicked again. So this is Reaxis 2. This is the planet that we want out of the war, really. Now, it's interesting. They've got colony ships, a mining ship, and then just the shipyard itself. So the shipyard should be going after the big ships, I think. Yeah, the Rangers. This is where I really need to get that Enforcer back in again when it heals up. Took a little bit of damage there. Alright, so there's nothing much that we can see in through here at all. There's no real prospects for them to get anything either. What's that one? That's an economic starbase. Just want to make sure that there's nothing, no unpleasant surprises. And now we've still got the action points, enough action points to start this siege. Only 4 months, so now we just need to protect it for 4 months. So we've got 66 against a protection there of 320. That's a lot, actually. They've got soldiering ability. They're just their makeup of that faction makes them a little bit more difficult. These are vampiric. These are vampires. They've got a Taurian, a ruined Taurian. Cool. So we should get this one. Then we can flip across to here. And even though they're going to have all these star bases in through here, it's going to be then a drain on them. Will it matter? Do we need to get rid of them? Let's see. We'll see what happens. Ah, there we go. You can get Starship refits now very, very quickly and easily. So we'll grab that one. And actually, extreme colonization will be better for us as well soonish. We'll get the refits. Now this constructor literally just needs to be parked as close into here as we can get it. 3, 4, 5. So we can build anywhere along this line. Replace the old one. And the other Gerantium. Yeah, this one will be targeted a bit, so I will actually just get a few more in through there. That's just going to give us support now for anything else that's built in the home system. So we've finally got that one back. Yeah, we've got Epimetheus pollen. No. I'm going to reject that one. Done. quick our time is valuable. Goodbye. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. I think what we might do is we might, once we capture this planet, I think I'll call it quits in the game. I think that we've now broken the back of the enemy. Here they come. Yeah, they're coming after either this one or Serene Homeworld. It's the combat strength is not very high. Got another constructor in here as well. The fighters. I think they're just on the inside of where we want to be. Become a shadow of yourself. Michael saying, got to go. Have a good one. Thanks all for the stream. Yeah, no, this will be the last one we do of this particular run. I think that this is. I actually came in expecting that we're going to lose it very quickly, because the AI really can play well. In fact, it can play so well that they had to nerf it a couple of iterations ago. What it found it could do more effectively is actually split up into single ships and then have like hundreds of fleets everywhere, and then just go and find things to raid, and then it would then collect into massive fleets and then come and completely destroy you with wave upon wave. And it was the splitting up became a bit of a problem, so they actually took that out, even though, and that was the AI learned to play it that way itself. They've got like machine learning. And so it found that was the most effective way for it to play, was to split the fleets up into individual ships. But humans don't play that way because of the micromanagement. So they actually had to get that out of the AI's repertoire, which is just interesting. It's interesting the development of this game has really been something quite exceptional. And we do actually still have that constructor there. Let's just go and grab a few of these. Some back there, and then the others just back to Lava World. We just need a presence on these worlds just to make them a bit happier. They just need like a garrison. I think I'm just going to keep where I am. I could take on the bases, but let's not worry about it. Okay, your turn. That's long range. It's a very long range attack. Yeah, where was the other one? So it's just, this is what I mean. There's sort of now they've done, like they're not doing it like what they used to do it, but they've just sent out a single ship just to do what it can. Like it's not really doing any damage here. There you go. Okay, well, we'll just wind the clock down. The invasion's still going in. This is a good old jungle world, which was under threat before. We need to build a shipyard. That's the important thing. Housing, how are we going? Yeah, we need to improve that. And this is a Nexus 3. This is the old... this is actually an interesting planet. Let's get the manufacturing... Oh, that's going to take way too long. housing district there. Again, it's going to take a long time, but it doesn't really matter that much. That was the old Snathy world that we took over. Okay, disinherited. So Sir War has always been consumed by resentment over being excluded from their family's inheritance. Recently, a new opportunity has risen to claim a portion of that fortune. A mysterious individual with access to confidential family documents has contracted Sir War, offering to help them prove their rightful. I wish that they would go back to he and him. You know, like for that one there. I think everything is now done this way, but they used to do it. I might put that in as feedback as well. I mean, it's sort of one of those things. I don't know. I'm old school, I guess. I was taught that was the grammar. So I know that there's sensibilities around that nowadays, but it's yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like that's a he him for me. So I'm going to pursue now. This one here. You decide to allow Sir War to pursue the fortune susceptible to an inheritance tax, of course. So we end up with a 500. That's actually fairly good. Here's your advice and time to let go of the bitterness, focusing on their responsibilities within your government. Again, the focus trait. However, there will always be a lingering idea. We don't want to do that. Let's do that one. That gives some nice big boost to our money, which we will need because we need a governor once we actually take this one here. Alright, leave that one there. It's interesting. So here they come again with more. Now that's a this is an actual invasion ship, which is much stronger than the siege ships that we'd seen before. That's a siege ship back in there. So that there has got an attack of 46, which means it could take out this world. Defense matrix. It's not enough to protect us, really. What's their overall strength? Only 6. I left these behind, actually. We don't have many ships with that sort of capability, but let's go and finish this off. This is a full-on invasion ship. Now, we don't have the capability to build these ourselves, but this will be good. Yeah, Seb was saying the woke nonsense is sadly everywhere. Yeah, it's a shame. I guess language does change, but it's just I don't know. You used to be drummed into you. You used to get the back of your hands, smacked with the edge of rulers and stuff if you said the wrong things. Like as in if you used if your grammar was incorrect. And it's funny because that sticks in. Of course, that doesn't happen anymore. But good old corporal punishment. This one here as well. Let's just go and smash this one as well. We don't want any of these threats around us. I don't mind if there was, I know because of all the sensibilities and stuff, that I don't mind if there's a representation in the game for it, but it should look It should look the part, not... it shouldn't just be the default, I don't think. Anyway, that's cool. They're all fine. So they can go back to their respective homes. Glad we got the warning there, because I wasn't ready for it. You know, so that's interesting to sort of see that. Now that's one of the enemy treasure hunters. Hello. I don't think these are any great size. I think they're just small ships themselves. So these are like you don't just build treasure; you have to send them off. You get tiny. Okay, they're just a little shuttle, a treasure shuttle. It's quite a good production area, this one. Okay. We may need to wipe out some of these others. Let's just see how we're going with our good friend here. Still a little way to go with healing him up. Idle shipyard. So this is Port of Savat on Scurvian Prime. So we'll just go get more frigates. Lava world. Oh, here they come. There's a fair few of them actually. We've now got the starship refits. Now the missile system we can get pretty fast, but extreme colonization, I think we might grab that one there. It's got an upgrade. Any better warheads? Sensor range that will allow us to see a bit further, but I think what we'll do is the antimatter. We've got a lot of it. Let's go that way. The upgrade. Another actual soldier ship. This is another one of the invaders. This is saying, I think you might all be reading too much into stuff. I don't know. It's just what you're taught. Like you're taught to. It's even with spelling, like the American spelling of stuff, like it's that's come in recent years where it's now acceptable, like but it wasn't when I was taught at school. you had to write the English way. You weren't allowed to write the American way. You know, if you it's funny because I still, like when you're doing computer coding, color, for example, is a very, very common command, and that's always spelt the American way. But back in the day, you were punished if you spelt it that way. Just funny. Alright, let's go. We've got the Natural League Centre. Don't really want growth here, so we don't really need that. Might get more money. It's not bad. We should be using this a bit. This is like a special ability that we end up getting. Anyway, we'll just sort of rattle through here. This is on Scurvian Prime. factor in DasTactic in the middle there. And there as well. So we've now taken this world. And we just need to go and take the other world up the top there. Now that one there, we're going to have light casualties here if we do this, but I think I do want to get rid of these because we will be wanting to look after this ourselves. So let's just go for it. I think we'll lose a few of the small ships. Actually, no, it may go after the big ships. Yeah, it's going after the Ranger. I really don't want to lose the Rangers, but it's the end of the session, end of the this particular playthrough anyway. So having a hard time getting down its defences, and our Ranger is now starting to take damage. God, it's really, actually, it really is. Here we go, it's coming down now. The Ranger is gone. We lost a Ranger, unfortunately. So that would be, I wouldn't have done that if I had have thought that one through. That really did a big job there. Wow, shield strength 160. Yeah, which we wouldn't have done that any other time, other than at the end of the battle. Done. That'll be almost immediate for it to take that one. In fact, it's now done. So we've claimed both of those. All we'll do is we'll just go back in, just do another recruitment. Good social there. Good social there. He'll do. Yes, sir. Press former assassin, tormented by their guilt. Governors. Done. And if we just go back into here, so we've now got, this one is now a governed world, and so we have some pretty unhappy. We've got one striking a vampire. These are vampires. He's happy, the Ruintorian, but these are not happy at all with what's actually happening. We've got more population here than we can handle. I can transport them off into other things, but they've got to go to another colony. And I don't really want them anywhere else. So I'm just going to leave the vampires here. So these are vampiric. Yeah, anyway, that's just throw that one there for now. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have to leave it here. So thanks for watching. If we just go back, we'll just do another quick summary. Actually, I've forgotten to do all this stuff as well. I've had heaps of stuff I could have done in here, I think. And similarly in here as well. Oh, no, only really one. 3 available in Nihilism, which is sort of where we were heading. Yeah, we're sort of heading more this sort of way. I'll just do that one for now. Can't get any more there. That's okay. So anyway, the last little bit, let's have a look and see where we ended up in the grand scheme of things. So in faction power, we're now coming 3rd. We've just moved ahead of faction power of our enemy. So the Toxic Empire is out of the way. I'll just get rid of the Snathi and Liberators who have been destroyed. So having a bit of a look at the other one. So we're now coming middle of the road, but essentially 3rd for faction power. Economic power, we're clumped in together. It looks like the Aqua Voyagers, the bubble people are miles ahead. Military power, we're actually now leading the game in military power. That's pretty cool. And we've now really relegated these guys way down to near the bottom. That's interesting. What's that? That's the Tin Union. I think they're still active. We might have to look at that as well, because almost shows that they've been wiped out. I didn't get a message about that though. Population, we've just picked up a bit more there. Influence, good. Manufacturing, getting better. Research, and we've still got a whole other lot of systems we can then go and take. Still coming bad with approval. Treasury, we're up there. Prestige, we're up there as well. So if we just click on the diplomacy, still going. Got some money. They must have been very much destroyed. Oh, look, yeah, they were at war. Previously, it was this one at war with both of these. But now they're both at war with the Tin Stellar Union. Now, not that we don't have any ships over there, but that's looks like. In fact, one thing we can do is have a look and see what's left of their planets to a degree. Anyway, we have a bit of a presence. Yeah, that's the. That's it there. That's all that they've got left. Tanaris Prime. They've still got both these planets. No, nothing on board them though. And this has now been taken over as well. So yeah, they're in the final stages of their collapse as well. Interesting. Yeah, that's what a great game this is. What an awesomely great game. So anyway, guys, we'll actually have to leave it here. So thanks for watching. So Sith was saying, should write it the Aussie way, not the English way. You see, it went from, we had a, again, I've got a book up there somewhere. There was we used to use was it the Collins Dictionary or whatever the English dictionary was. I think it was the Webster's was the American, the Collins I think was the English. And then eventually, back in the 1980s, I think it was, or 70s or 80s, the Australian dictionary came out, which then had both spellings. So that's where it changed for the Australians. It was the Macquarie Dictionary, which I do actually have a copy of that somewhere, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, anyway, it's sort of funny how things chop and change. Anyway, guys, we'll actually have to leave it there. So thanks for watching. I should be back on Twitch tomorrow, I think. But yeah, no, this has been cool. So yeah, as I say, incredibly good game. Actually, what's that? Invasion state. Oh, there we go. So this is their actual. This is interesting. So they're actually under siege. That planet that we not that we can see what's going on. What about this one here? This one's. That one's not under siege. It was just a small one. Small colony. Yeah, under siege in through there. Anyway, guys, I'll have to leave it there. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back over Easter. Hope you have a good Easter. If I don't sort of catch you online, and yeah, have a great one. Hope you a happy and safe Easter. I've already eaten some Easter eggs, so which I haven't eaten chocolate for. I don't know. It must be months. It's actually I got a headache almost as soon as I started eating, but then I just couldn't stop. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.